Studying on bonus. This is Joanne, my sweetheart.
Nice to meet you.
Is this the Howard Stern show in person?
Yes, it is.
Put my picture in up here. All guys that nobody knows. What happened to this man's career?
So, Pat, what's going on?
Howard, I know. Look at this. Look at this. This is important. This is the future of my country.
Beetlejuice.
This crap right here. That's him. Look at this. He's finished. It's over.
Jeff the Drunk?
No. When he showed his tongue, it was all over. Where are we going? Oh,
follow me.
God. What can I steal? Nothing? Come on in, sweetheart. This is a wonderful career move. I love being here because look at all the celebrities I got here. There's a butcher here. There's a guy that cleans fish. I mean, where do you find this? Here. Look at this. The Hollywood Squares. Gary Delabate, who doesn't know anything about anybody. They put him on Hollywood Squares. When his square lit up, he thought it was a deer hitting the headlights. He got so scared. I'm a genius on myself. I wound up in this little cabana here. Mother of God, Cyrus sucks. Cyrus sucks. It's an insult to the public. This thing will be $15, then it'll be $30, then it'll be $90, and then it'll be $100. I'm the only one that tells everybody, get the radio and break it.
Pat Cooper is here. He's in New York because they're going to be roasting him at the Friars Club.
Now, is that soon?
Yes. When is it, Artie?
It is October the 19th. They're going to do it old-fashioned way. It's a luncheon, a Friday. It's not televised, so it's like, completely uncensored.
Now, that's a big weekend for you. You'll be doing the charity thing and then the roast thing.
Yes. It's like I'm in show business.
This Pat Cooper's girlfriend, too, is here, supposedly.
Oh.
Yeah. This Pat, he went all gray. I admire that.
The door is falling on the woman.
And that's Pat Cooper's girlfriend.
Yeah, she almost got hit by the door, thanks to Pat.
Pat's got a young girlfriend. Pat has a young girlfriend.
Howard, how are you?
Good to see you.
You got a haircut, you son of a bitch. God bless you.
And you went
gray. The trim.
You stopped dyeing your hair.
Well, you just found that out. That's why I'm gray.
You did a good job of that.
Well, I made a mistake. It was either I had a choice to work with De Niro. And I said, dye your hair. So I would have dyed my hair working for you. This is my lady, Joanne.
I want to say hi,
This
Joanne.
is Howard Stern.
Right.
And this is a seat. Robin, you look great. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Pat.
You really do. So help me God. With all the crap, I love you.
Well, I love you, too.
No, you don't. You're a little bit shaky in certain areas.
I love you very much.
Pat, I was watching the movie Analyze This the other night, and I was reminded when I was watching it that you had a couple of really good scenes in Analyze This.
I had great scenes.
With Bobby De Niro.
And then I had another one on Analyze That, which was that wasn't as good as the first one. And you know the amazing thing? I have never done another movie after that. I was turned down by The Sopranos 4 times because they're dickheads.
Why would The Sopranos? You mean you auditioned for The Sopranos?
Audition? How about 4 times? And I said to Dave Caruso, do me a favor, don't fuck my minutes up anymore. I got to come here 4 times. You don't know what to do with me? I said, what's the matter with you? So that was the end of me.
Auditioned you?
4 times. What are you, deaf? I'm telling you, Howard. 4 times.
Do you know who got the part?
Yes, you know who got the part? Frankie Valli. They should have got Dead Valley.
Are you kidding?
Now, Frankie don't talk to me because he can't take a joke. I said he should have got Dead Valley, and he got pissed off at me. I said, fuck you, Frankie. You can't take it. What does somebody say? Couldn't say Rudy Valley. He don't know who Rudy Valley is.
That's right. Well, you're right. It's insulting when you've been around in the business as long as you have, where they make you audition 4 times. 4.
Not only that, I took a subway.
I mean, you were in Analyze This.
Don't matter if I was in Analyze Your Mother. They ain't going to do it. You know what it is? They get a bug up their ass, and they don't want you, which is fine. I still love the show. I think it's one of the best shows. Has nothing to do with it. Dave Caruso became the honcho because he had the hottest show.
But the reason you don't get these parts, and you know it, and you've said it yourself.
Yeah.
This guy burns every bridge in show
business.
Oh, you do. You don't know how to play the game.
I don't play games. That's the difference.
But you got to be a little bit
Let me ask you, this thing is rotting away. What kind of wires you got here?
We have rats in the studio. If you just learn to play the
At my age, at 78, you want me to learn?
Even when you were a young man.
You know why I'm a success on this show?
Why?
Because I am who the fuck I am. If I listen to you, I'll be kissing everybody's ass.
No,
and you'll say to me, next.
No, but you get the reputation of being impossible.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Because I'm not impossible.
Wouldn't you have been a bigger star?
I don't want to be a bigger star. What is your problem?
Yes, you did. You wanted to have a sitcom. You wanted to have all of those good things.
Can I tell you something? I talk to you like a brother.
Right.
My grandkids I should ever see again. I sitcom I never went after. I never went after nothing. You know what I went after? What made me feel good. So And the big thrill was like you. When you were Howard Stern before Cyrus,
Right.
you did things that nobody ever
Serious.
heard of.
Right.
You fucking did things. You was magic.
Right.
Say, now it's over.
You'd like to think that, don't you?
Well, because Howard, I love you and I talk to you.
Right.
Now, another guy would say, oh, Howard, I love you the best, and kiss your ass. You don't want that of a man. You
I
want
don't
a
feel
man.
it's over. I think I'm having a blast. We're doing some good radio. Some
He's
people
doing
say,
what he
We're
loves.
not
doing what I love.
Howard, I said it, and you've heard my shit. Why do you keep calling me to ask me about what I think you? That's ridiculous. I said you moved uptown. Did you get that?
No, what does that mean? I don't know what you're talking
Howard,
about.
you're a
very
fish out of fucking water. What is your problem?
What are you talking about?
Well, why do you stick
Here you are.
microphones?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You come on the show, you might be able to get some work if you would.
I got more fucking work that I can
you
handle.
don't. Joanne, let me ask you something. You are his girlfriend. You are his. He's a lot of work. You are his girlfriend, and it's got to be very difficult, is it not?
Actually, he's not that bad.
Now, how did this romance?
He's not
begin?
that bad.
He's not that bad.
Bad. Are you in love with Pat? He's a hard man to love, isn't he? I try to love him. He doesn't let me. Is he a tough man to love?
No, he's
Because
not.
I love
he's a
Pat.
Good man.
I really do,
Really
and he
is.
makes it so difficult to love him. It's almost like
You
he
guys
has
have
to.
a love-hate relationship.
No, he has the hate and I have the love.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
He smacks you in the head every time you try to get close to him. What is it? What is it with this guy? You ever going to go to a psychiatrist and figure this out? I know you're 78 years old. I know that you say, but anyone who tries to love you, you smack in the head.
Let me explain something to you.
Go
I'll
ahead.
clear this whole thing up.
All right.
Because you're losing your depth.
All right.
You must have depth.
All right, good.
You are what you want to be. You are who you are. It works. I am who I want to be. I
you're
like
not.
to break balls when they tell me what I got to do that I don't want to do. Okay?
Yeah. I'm not saying don't break balls. I'm the biggest ball breaker on the planet.
No, that's your business. I'm not the ball breaker. My business, I cut meat. I don't tell a fucking butcher how to cut meat. He cuts meat, I cut meat. When they start to tell me, like a David Chase would try to tell me this, and I say, hey, that's an insult.
Did David Chase say to you
He
that
was directing
4
you?
times.
he said to you, you're not doing it right?
No, they never say that to you. On the way out, the next day, you get a call from the woman that books the show. Right now, we're not looking for the situation. That's why, this is the 4th time. You're off the air in a couple of weeks. How the fuck you going to give me a job?
Well, you must have gotten close to getting the job. You must have gotten close if they brought you back 4 times.
Let me put it you blandly. Fuck The Sopranos. That's not my life. My life is
But you
simple.
auditioned 4 times.
My life is simple. Listen to me. My
Mic
fucking
isn't
life.
working.
My life is simple. All I want to
You
do.
know who that is, by the way?
I don't know.
Who is that?
I got my own problems.
Artie said he ran into
You're on
Pat.
the roast, ain't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk?
I'm going to talk, yeah.
Leave the hat home.
Joanne, you are Pat's girlfriend. You are Pat's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He is 78 years old, and you are a much younger woman. I can see from looking at you, you're attractive, and you're much
Thank
younger
you.
than him.
Absolutely. I said that. So what are you doing? Telling her a secret?
Let's ask the real hard
You know what?
question.
People tell me you shouldn't say that. You should
Oh,
fucking
here it
lie.
comes.
Tell her you're only 60. I said, what can I tell her 60 if I can't get a heart on at 60? It's better if I can't get a heart on at
Joanne.
78. People say, I understand that.
Joanne.
I tried every fucking thing. Wait a minute.
Let me
I put
ask
a
you.
patch on my ass.
You put a
I put a
patch on your
patch.
ass.
Well, I gotta tell you, I put a patch on my ass. I'll take off for 3 fucking hours. I took up smoking again. I couldn't get a heart on. So do me a favor.
Joanne.
Don't tell me.
Pat is very honest, and that's what I love about him. He says he can't get erect. All right. You seem like you got a beautiful body. You keep yourself in shape. I could see
Thank
why
you.
Pat's attracted to you.
Thank you.
I understand. This is a big score for him, having a
No, it ain't a fucking score. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying
We
it's a piece
happen
of
to
ass.
like it. I didn't go after I want to get in her pants.
Oh.
I took her to Italy. I took her to Spain.
But you're not with an ugly woman. You're with a nice looking
What?
woman.
I would take you to Italy or Spain, too. What's the big fucking deal?
He is
Joanne.
an ugly woman.
Joanne, is it? I know Pat says he tried to be
Romantic.
amorous with you. He kisses, he touches his breasts, if I may say.
Wait, I don't touch fucking nothing.
You never touched her breast?
What is your problem? I don't touch
I
nothing.
don't want to embarrass you.
Why you're not embarrassed me. I'm fucking dead.
Has he ever tried to make love to you?
Yes, I
He-
grabbed her by the ass this morning and I passed gas. There's your fucking answer.
So, Joanne, is he telling the truth? He's never had coitus with you? He's never had sexual relations with
I
you?
have never got into her vagina,
give me a chance
okay?
to talk.
You want the fucking truth?
Let the woman talk.
People bust my
my God!
Joanne,
Listen, you don't go out at my age with a vagina. You go out with a human being that you like to be with.
but you're in good shape. You're
I
reasonably
am not in
healthy.
good shape.
You
I'm
are.
half in a fucking coffin. What is your problem?
No, he's in good shape.
You know what I'm
Why
gonna say?
can't he get it up?
Okay, I'm going to say he's the best lay I ever had.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
He's the
What'd you
best.
say to him?
I'm not telling you.
Joanne, does it frustrate you that you're in a loving, romantic
No.
relationship with a man and he
No.
cannot get aroused? Do you ever blame yourself?
I did at first.
You did?
Yeah,
You
but
said-
not now.
You said, well,
No.
Pat can't get it up. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Did you ever try lingerie or sexy?
We try everything.
Cement ain't gonna fucking help. You hear me?
Pat, I'm so sorry. No wonder you're angry.
Don't be sorry. I'm
I am.
fucking happy.
No, you're not.
Why you,
No,
how
we're
dare you
happy.
tell me how I feel?
Every man wants to satisfy.
When you
a woman.
become 78, come and talk to me.
I will get it up at
If
78.
you be 78,
Now you're telling him he's
I
not
got
going to
here.
make it to 70.
you haven't got here yet.
I'll get
Excuse me,
there.
Robin.
I'm
You're
getting
telling
there.
him now he's not going to make it to 78?
No,
What
well, yes, I made it, so I can tell him, try to make 78. I'll tell you what I do.
My
Give up your
father-
heart on now, and I guarantee you 78.
Because you don't get it. to
Would you
70.
sign a paper?
No.
What? In other words, humping is more important than your life.
I want my heart on.
You,
I want
you're
my
a
life.
walking heart on. What are you talking about?
Joanne,
Yes,
you love him, right?
of course.
Okay. And the most he can do to you is kiss you? I assume you kissed, Pat?
No, not even that.
You don't even do that. Joanne, why no kissing? Give
I eat
Pat-
too much macaroni because when the fuck are you going to stop eating that shit?
Joanne, do you think of him as just a friend or is he your boyfriend?
I think of him as
As
my
what?
man.
As your man.
Yeah.
He's your man. He's your
He's
go-to
my
guy.
man.
He's your man.
He's
Okay.
my man.
All right.
He's my,
And
Help
you
me out.
travel.
Now you tell me, huh?
You travel with him. Do you live with him?
no, I don't live with
You
him.
don't
No,
live with him. I don't
no,
blame you.
No.
You don't live with him. It's hard to put up with him. But you have this relationship.
What do you mean it's hard to? How dare you say
we
that?
really have
You're
a
tough.
good relationship. We
You do,
really do.
okay. And,
you know?
and there's kissing
And
involved or
there's-
no kissing?
Yes.
There is
Yes,
kissing.
there's
Okay.
kissing, of
and,
course.
And are your breasts being touched at all by Pat?
Are you a breast man, Pat?
Does he ever touch your breasts?
Actually, an ass man.
He is.
Oh,
he
an
grabs
ass
your
man.
ass.
Oh.
Who knows? I mean, if you're loving enough with one another
Right.
and
Yeah.
stroking and kissing, maybe
Right.
he will get erect. It
Right.
could happen.
I think they're putting too much pressure on this whole thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Do you sleep
Yeah,
together? Does he
just-
hold you when you lay?
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
He does.
Yes.
And
Yes.
nothing happens.
Let me
Well,
tell you
I
something.
can't say nothing.
Right.
Everybody
You know?
loves their way.
Well,
You love your way. I treat a woman my way.
Right.
I've never lost one yet, Howard. And it's
Right.
not about dipping it in, pal.
What's
I don't
it
have
about?
to fucking dip it in.
you
I
use your
rather
tongue?
turn around and make my brajol. How does that fucking
use-
grab
do you use your tongue?
Nobody believes this shit.
I'm asking you.
He's in a box.
Pat.
I'm not in a. I got a fucking life. He's now on the Hamptons. Got to worry about Katrina coming down there with that $20 million fucking house. I talk to you like a brother. Get the fuck out of there, pal. $20 million house. Fucking guy now's got a pipe, has a dog and a girlfriend and a fireplace. He's out of fucking fish out of water. What the fuck you doing in the Hamptons? You don't belong with Bon Jovi. You don't belong with Paul McCartney.
I was
You
there.
belong with the
Where do
working
I
people.
belong? They're working.
You belong. You gave him up. Now we're going to pay $12 a fucking month to listen to shit that we got for nothing. And what is he doing? He's doing the same shit for nothing that we pay $12.
See, I've embarrassed you. That's what's happened. I shouldn't have brought up your sex life. You're embarrassed.
Fuck my
brought it up
sex
first.
life. I
Do you
love to
use-
talk about it.
Do you-
Vagina. What the fuck more do you want?
you
Pussy. All right. I used to eat it. I used to swallow it. I dipped it in. It's fucking over.
he's not eating it anymore?
But you're not eating. He won't lick you, Joanne. He will not do that.
Do what?
With your mouth.
I eat everything. I eat fucking thing that moves.
Do you lick her?
No, I don't lick her. She's ticklish.
You don't like that kind of thing?
One day she sat on my
do.
face and I almost lost my breath.
Do you hear what she just said? You're
I
so
didn't say
busy.
a word.
You're so
Still
busy.
eating?
You're so busy talking, Pat. You didn't hear. She said she likes to be licked.
I don't blame her. I got a dog that likes to be licked. What the fuck does that tell you?
Do you see how sensitive you are, Pat? How are you going to take being roasted? Number one, you've already attacked the people roasting. You said they're all nobodies. And they're not
No. Here's what I
they're
said.
not even-
Don't put words in my mouth.
What did you
I'm
say?
going to quote him.
Who are you quoting?
I am a
yourself?
rancher. They're part of the herd. So go back to your fucking corral. That's what I said. There ain't nobody like me on this fucking planet like there's nobody like you. So I stand up. I have no disrespect personally for them. I'm the big fucking honcho. I'll take on any fucking comic you got, and I've said that to you for years. That means I have confidence. Why should I turn around and say otherwise?
You're going to be insulted. You're going to take it personally.
I've been insulted by you for fucking years. I've been insulted by my mother. I've been insulted by my father. I've been insulted by her. Gary Dell'Abate.
You're so sensitive. You know, my feeling...
You're not going to show up, huh?
No. And I'll tell you why. Do you notice that all of the people who love you, the people, contemporaries, you understand what I mean by contemporaries? People,
no.
People who came up with you in the business. You see, none of them are showing up for the roast. You know why? You come on too strong sometimes.
They're afraid.
Freddie Roman's not going to be there.
Yes, he is.
He is?
Is he?
Dick Capri's going to be there.
Dick Capri is going to be there?
Bells is going to be there.
Oh, he is going to be there.
Well, I got him. Listen to me. They're fighting to get to the fucking microphone.
Are you serious?
I was roasted in Florida last winter. What the fuck you want me to tell you, Howard?
And how do you react when these people...
I love it. I say to myself, this is fucking war. Let's sit down, because I've done 15 of these things, and I closed every one of them, so why should I be afraid?
I want to do a trial run here today. I've invited 3 comics to come in and do a little mini roast of you. I want to see you sit there and take it.
Wait a minute. I came here by subway. I ain't getting a fucking dime. Now I got to turn around and do...
That's right. No, you sit there. Sit on the couch and let these guys say some shit about you. Let me see you handle it. I don't believe it.
This is a contest?
No, it's
I ain't
not
getting a fucking dime for this shit.
Bob, what are you doing here today?
Today, we're here to fuck up Pat Cooper. We're just gonna sneak in and fucking give him a heart attack. We're gonna kill him before his own roast for the Friars Club.
Now, what's your plan of attack?
I'm just gonna fucking torture him. About him, his kids, everything. I don't give a fuck. You know, what's he gonna do? Hit me? He'll fucking break his hip coming at me, please.
You're not gonna hold back?
No, I don't give a fuck.
Dude, he's probably gonna flip out.
I don't give a fuck. What's he gonna do? What is he gonna do? You know what I mean? You don't even know who his kids are. He's gonna come after me? Please. I'm not afraid of him.
All right, Bob, good luck in there, man.
Thank you. He's fucking dead, that old piece of shit.
Morning, sunshine. We're here to give Pat an example of what he might be facing at this roast coming up and see if he can handle it. Pat's known throughout the years for freaking out on the show when surprises are brought up, and he's a pretty sensitive guy for as angry as he is. So we'll see how he reacts to this little mini roast.
Now, he has no idea you guys are going to do this.
No, none.
He's a pretty high-strung guy. He's probably going to freak out.
I know, and there's one joke especially I think that I have that might send him over the edge, so I'm hoping to be the guy to snap him.
Well, Levy thinks he's going to give him a heart attack, so...
Well, I think Levy will have a heart attack before Pat Cooper, so, I mean, you know, it's a coin toss at that point.
Sal.
What?
What's your plan of attack for today?
You know, I got a lot of things up my fucking sleeve. That's all I can say. Pat Cooper is going down. He's an old, washed-up, miserable piece of shit. He's like Bob 𝗵𝗻, but even less talented. So, you're in for a big surprise, folks. Big surprise.
Now, Sal, he has no idea what's going to happen?
No, none. You know, Pat carries himself like he's the best. All the comedians are beneath him. You gotta be someplace for a comedian to be beneath you. Pat ain't shit. He's just an old fucking guy. He's an old senile bag of shit that just runs around spewing garbage that nobody cares about. That's why he's on the show.
You know, like, he's pretty high-strung. You think he's going to, like, blow a gasket or something?
I hope so. I hope he has a heart attack right on the fucking couch and drops dead. That's my goal today.
All right, Sal, we'll see if that happens.
We'll see ya.
This is Bob Levy. Bob.
He appears to be pretty sure.
How are you, Bob?
How are you?
All right, roast Pat. I want to see him. I want to see what he does when you roast him. Go
But
ahead.
you can't do it that way.
Yes, you
What
can.
do you
No,
mean?
no.
This is a roast
All right,
right now.
Daddy.
Go
Fuck
ahead.
him. I
What do
got
you
to
mean I
start
can't
an
do it?
argument with him.
Sit down before you throw your hip out.
Oh,
Come on.
Wait a minute.
Oh, here he comes.
Down? That's fucking wrong.
What? What?
Put the paper out of your fucking hand. Put the paper out of your
Take that members only jacket off.
I don't have a fucking paper, and when I want
that's
to
you.
bullshit, take the fucking
Why
paper
can't
out.
he? He wrote his
I want
jokes.
to do it with their ad-libbing. They're full of shit.
Only
And they're not no. Tell them to take the paper
You're
out.
already cracking.
Fuck no, it don't work.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the coffin.
Give me the paper. Give me the paper. You don't
Why?
answer. No, it ain't gonna
Give me your members only
It
jacket.
ain't gonna fucking happen.
It is gonna happen.
It ain't gonna happen because you're a bunch of cowards with paper you gotta fucking read.
Well, what's the
Where's
big
the
deal?
greatness? Where's the greatness?
Pat, you have that ability.
I don't want no paper or them
You
going
can.
on.
All the comedians are
Fuck it, it ain't
Artie,
going on.
All the comedians are going to bring paper.
They all are.
I don't want to know from some paper.
They're gonna bring paper.
Then fuck them. Because I don't use a paper.
But that's you.
No.
You can't make up the rules of a roast.
I'll
Already,
make up
the
the
man
rules.
cannot be roasted.
Exactly.
I never saw you move your hands like that.
The man cannot be roasted. Joanne, you see, he's nuts.
You gotta understand.
What?
You gotta understand. You're in a show business. I don't know if you're a comedian. I'm not being disrespectful to you. Please believe that.
What do you know about show business?
But if you're gonna set me up, you're gonna lose.
I'm not saying. Yeah, we just walked in just now.
Why?
Because Howard
Well,
asked.
you're here all day long.
I said, wouldn't it be interesting?
It would be funny to see if you can handle it.
Let's see if you can handle being roasted.
Now grab your walker and sit down.
Now sit down and get roasted right now. Pat.
Yes, I'm all pain in the asses.
All right. I love this title up. Let's see the man roast you, and let's see you handle it.
Okay.
All right, let's hear some jokes. A couple of seconds. Go ahead.
That's it. Pat, do you know who I am?
No. No disrespect. I don't.
Okay, that's all right. So I could be your son then, because he don't know who the fuck you are either.
You could never be my son then, because I lost sperm many years ago.
I'm not saying Pat's a bad parent, but he couldn't pick his kids out of a police lineup.
That's not even funny, you boring
Yes,
fuck.
it is.
The fuck, you kidding me?
Pat's always yelling and screaming. I don't scream that much when I get my cock caught in my zipper. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares, Pat.
Everybody cares. Remember
Nobody
this. They
cares.
don't care that you have a pussy rather than a cock, because that's how you're talking.
For you people listening at home saying, who the fuck is Pat Cooper? Don't worry, the comedy world's been asking that for years. First you did Howard Show, then you did Opie and Anthony, and now you're back here. You switched sides more than Andy Dick.
Finish this sentence.
What?
Opie and Anthony got the best fucking show they ever got in their fucking life, and if his friends are listening to me, I killed on that fucking show. But I'll say one thing: Howard Stern never stopped me from doing 𝗦𝗵ici𝘄 and never stopped me from doing Opie and Anthony. So when I did it and I came back here, he was never angry that you're my guy. That's bullshit. And if that's what you write, I would take up brickwork.
This is going to be the greatest roast ever.
Exactly.
You're not even going to be able to get through the roast when they roast you for real.
He's arguing
you
with
argue with every line.
No, I gotta wait my turn.
Yeah, right. That's right.
That's
you
right.
Wait your turn. All right, let somebody else go, Bob. Let
Okay.
somebody else go. All right.
Shuli, come on up.
Try roasting Pat and see if Pat can get through it. So far, you failed. Pat, so far you failed. So far you failed.
I failed.
You haven't gotten through
Give me a hug, you sick fuck.
Go ahead. That's what you do on a roast.
God bless you. I love you.
I love you.
Bob Levy. Reverend Bob Levy.
What'd you say? I fell on my ass?
No, I'm saying you have a hard time being goofed on.
Why don't you eat?
I'm eating.
What the fuck is happening to you?
I don't even know. He's right. I
Fucking
don't.
guy, $90 million, you can't get a sandwich.
Shuli, try. This is Shuli. He's Pat, this is Shuli. He's an up-and-coming comic. He's going to roast you. Shuli.
Right here, Pat. How you doing, buddy?
God bless.
Pat, I just want to tell you, first of all, you're one of my idols. I said you're one of my idols, Pat. You're very influential in my life.
Parts of my life, I go deaf.
You're very influential.
This is one of the fucking times.
You're very influential in my life. In fact, I always play Pat's age in the Pick 3 Lotto game. So thank you for that.
First of all, the people you're talking to don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's the best fucking thing.
The best thing about this, though, the best thing about this is we know you're going to be able to handle it just fine. That's the best thing about this.
If you're a new comic, you just went old. Trust me.
Pat hates Joan Rivers, but truth be told, Pat hates success, and you would too if Freddie Roman eclipsed you career-wise.
Oh, ooh.
But
I don't know what that means.
I think Pat.
He's saying.
I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Listen to me. All you got to do is talk in Braille. What the fuck is he saying?
He's saying that Freddie Roman did better career-wise than you did.
Oh, Freddie Roman, of course.
He did?
Oh, Freddie Roman's a big star. When's the last time you heard of Freddie Roman? Give me a fucking break. I'm on the subway coming here, and I'm recognized.
Let me try.
In the fucking subway, 5:30 in the morning, they're coming over to me, Pat. You're going to do Stern today. Says back off. It's a nice thing.
Let me try to let this guy roast you. Let me do one more joke. One more joke. See if you can get through it. So far you can't.
I got control of this fucking roast.
No, Artie, you're going to be on that roast. You see what he does?
Holy, I can't wait.
I'm going to memorize my act. I know that.
Artie, the night of the roast at the Friars Club,
Don't come in there with paper.
will you come in with paper?
Not anymore.
Actually, one more joke, and then I'll let Sal go. Go
I
ahead.
do want to say, you know, Pat's wife recently passed away, and my condolences. We know she's in a better place. In fact, I know she's in a better place because you're not there screaming and yelling like a fucking mental patient.
You
And odds are she's more successful than you are.
You don't stop to wait for the laugh.
Also,
No, he's scared shit because
Also,
he wants to get this thing over with.
Also, Pat prides himself on being an everyman. He'll be the first to tell you he still takes the subways till this day. Unfortunately, he's the last to know that no one on the subway even knows or has a clue that you're a fucking celebrity. They just think you're another crazy gray-haired old man wearing pants designed to hold as much shit as possible.
Oh.
Wow.
Crazy old man.
Let Sal.
Did he hold for the laugh long enough?
Thank you, Shuli.
Shuli, great job.
Thank you, Bubby.
Hey, Pat, you know what? I've been listening to you, Pat, for 20 years. And you know what? I admire you, and I'm going to listen to you today. I'm going to throw away the paper.
Go ahead.
I'm going to talk to you man to man, no paper, no jokes.
Attaboy.
All right? So my first question is, who's the ugly cunt you brought? I'm talking to man.
That's not funny.
Can I answer?
Ridiculous.
Can I answer?
Yes. I'm sorry. I meant ugly slut. I keep fucking that one up. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What kind of thing is that?
I threw away the paper. I'm talking.
Pat.
I learned this from Pat Cooper. Who's that filthy tramp, you old fuck? Who is she?
Wait. What is that?
Who's that filthy tramp, you old fuck? Who is that cum guzzling slut? Who is that? No paper. No paper.
Where's the fucking humor?
No humor in that.
Just like
All right.
All right.
I won't make a statement. At one of the roasts, Jerry Stiller, God love Jerry, I love him dearly, and someone goes up, talks about Jerry Stiller's wife's vagina. What the fuck has that got to do with a roast?
Yeah,
this guy's in deep. He's sinking. He's fucking way.
Hey,
Pat, get the paper. Where's the paper? Get the fucking paper.
No, you give me the paper back. I can't take it back.
Get out of here.
How do you date somebody that sucks an impotent cock?
Come on, get out of here.
He don't bother me.
Oh,
Don't bother me.
I threw away the paper,
Howard, I believe
Thank you. All right.
Now, can we get some comedians in?
Why do you need a roast? Don't go to this
Really?
roast.
Okay.
Don't go.
Something intelligent.
Oh, really?
Don't go to this roast. You see how
It seems that Pat's going to be fine.
You see how upset you get, though? Your
I'm
hands
not
are shaking.
upset. That's part of my fucking living, you sick bastard. What's the matter with you?
Well,
You don't have a living.
Joanne, he's trying to get laughs, but you were very lovely, by the way.
Thank you.
And way
Howard.
too good for Pat,
Thank
trust
you.
me.
And
All right, thank you, Sal.
I've been a fan of yours and Robin since day one.
I am actually shocked that a beautiful woman would be with Pat because I'm sure you can get other men.
He's actually a beautiful man. You really is.
Yes. I think
You
deep down
got to
inside.
really know him.
That's the side he never shows us.
Thank you, guys. All right.
That's true.
Deep
really
down
is.
inside, I believe Pat is a very sensitive man.
Oh, he is sensitive.
He's
But
very sensitive.
because sometimes I get confused, what is beautiful about Pat? I'm not sure I understand.
He's a kind man, I'll tell you that.
Did
He's
you
a
see
good,
evidence? What is
kind-
some of the evidence that he is kind?
He's good to me. That's all I know.
Right.
He's very good to me. He's worries about me.
This is the same thing that Ava
things like
Braun
that.
said about Hitler.
Robin should have roasted.
Pat, why continue to do these stand-up shows? I know you're going November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey. You could retire. You could relax. You could give it all up.
Howard,
Go ahead.
I have more money than you'll ever earn. I talk to you like a brother.
All right.
What
Okay?
now? What
You
It's
made
not
a lot of
question
money in this-
retiring. It's a question of I still have a following out there. I'm the last of what I do for these particular people that follow me. And when that's over, that means I'm over. So I'll wait till when I can't. I sold out Patchogue last week. I sold out Connecticut. I sold out the Westchester Broadway Theater. So I must be still doing okay.
You're doing very well. Are you? Would you say you and Don Rickles are the last of a breed? Do you admire him at all?
Well,
Is
if
it-
you put me in with Don Rickles, I'm proud because
You're
I
proud of
love
that.
Don. Absolutely, Don is the last of that kind of ratty-tat kind of thing, and I'm one of the last. of
Does
those.
Don still have it? Is he?
Well, Don is 81. Don wants a serious, so you know where the fuck he's going.
All right.
At 81, I said, Don, just enjoy. It's not going to be there like it was. You had your beautiful scene in the sun.
Right.
Just enjoy and be well, and that's what I'm doing.
Were you
enjoying
jealous that a guy like Rickles got to hang with
I'm never
Sinatra?
jealous of anybody.
I mean, you're an Italian. You should have
Never
been hanging with
jealous of
Sinatra.
anybody.
You're an Italian.
I'm jealous that you got this fucking job. That I'll tell you. I cannot understand it. You got through the cracks. I don't know how the fuck you did that.
I'm just trying to make the money you're making. That's all. That's all.
No, you're not making. You're with the hoi polloi now. You moved uptown, Howard.
That's
you're
right.
not on the streets with us no more.
And let's hope I never get back there. I'm hoping to God I never get
You're
back
gonna
there.
get back there.
Okay. Listen, Pat, I'm excited for you. You got a roast coming up. That is an honor to be roasted at the Friars. After all the roasts you've done, it's about time they roasted you.
Well, that's kind. Thank you.
It really is, and I hope it goes well for you. I could see it's going to be a horrible night. It's going to end in disaster. There's going to be a lot of interrupting. Are you going to interrupt at the Friars? You are not. You're going to let guys go.
When they're roasting me, I keep quiet till they say, and now the man we're roasting, and I get up, and then I'll see the secret of a roast is not to write nothing down, to wait and hear what they're saying about you.
Really?
Then you know what you can't say. In other words, when I'm roasting somebody, they say, we're roasting Howard Stern. They say, Howard Stern, this. I say, can't say that.
But you don't have to prepare material at all.
Prepare my balls. I'm a fucking genius when it comes to that shit. I talk in my sleep. Are you fucking
You're
crazy?
telling me. I want to know the truth.
I roasted God.
This is
I
important.
roasted Jesus Christ in my sleep. What the fuck is your problem?
This is important for me to know.
Fucking man don't understand. You're still eating. This fucking guy doesn't stop eating.
Well, look at the size of him. Look, listen to me. This is really important. I want you to be honest, because there are a lot of young comedians listening to this show, and I want you to be honest. This is going to help them. For once in your life,
I'll help anybody.
Help somebody for once.
Listen, for once, I help you, you sick bastard. What's the matter with you?
Listen to me.
Yeah.
You're telling me that before you go to roast someone, let's say they call you to roast President Bush, you don't sit down ahead of time and figure out in your mind the kinds of jokes you want to do.
No,
Here's what I know about President Bush.
It's
Come
not
on.
Jokes.
Come
That's
on.
the secret.
That's not true. You make jokes.
I never told a fucking joke in my life.
It's true. He doesn't tell jokes.
Now, ho. He tells you it's true. Tonight I'm roasting Bill Gallo.
Who is that?
From the Daily News.
Cartoonist
Bill
from the Daily
Gallo.
News.
I'm going to the Marriott tonight. They invited me. Now ask me what I'm going to talk about. Who gives a fuck? I'll see what's there, who's there, and I'll do my 10, 15 minutes.
Very impressive.
No, but it's because, well, look at you.
Come on.
All right, look at you.
Very
you have
impressive.
a script every 5 minutes in front of you?
No.
Well, that's what makes you what you are.
That's right. But you know, as a comic, there are certain punchlines and jokes that you got to get to.
No, you don't. All right, let me ask you. How can I say a punchline we say if Larry Holmes is going to be there
You're
tonight?
not going to know anything about Bill Gallo.
No, I know. Only thing I know about Bill Gallo is he comes from Corsica. That's all I fucking know. From there, I mean, I've met him a couple of times. I don't want to know anything about Bill Gallo. I want to sit there. I want to break his fucking balls the way I want to.
Wow. Well, Artie, that's impressive.
Have you learned something, Artie?
No, I've known this about Pat for a long time. Part of the reason I agreed to do this was I just wanted to see his rebuttal at the end. You know what you got to pick up? It's rare that he's on TV. Pick up Drew Carey's roast on Comedy Central,
right?
And you'll see what he's talking about. He goes at the end. He doesn't tell set up punchlines, and he destroys. He just riffs on people, and he goes.
It's not that it happens to come easy with me.
I hear you. Are you nervous to perform on the Pat Cooper roast?
Yes, very nervous.
You are nervous.
I'm more nervous than when I roasted Donald Trump and Hugh Hefner combined because to me, he's the real guy. He's arguably the best roaster ever.
But you write out jokes ahead of time.
I definitely do. I don't have that talent. See, sometimes Pat doesn't realize not everybody has that ability, but I write jokes. I write set up punchlines.
Artie is going to write jokes.
Artie's writing jokes, but he's going to memorize them, so he doesn't have
Now I will.
Yeah.
I'm not disrespectful for him to
That's how
write
he
down.
works. He's a very funny guy.
I don't disrespect him. That's him. I don't have a piece of paper in my fucking hand. You
Maybe
understand?
if you wrote something down, it would be...
I don't write cock down. Because if I write it down, let me tell you something. If I write it down and read it, and a minute after I write it down, also it's not funny no more. I want to fall on my ass or be a smash.
Hey, you see who they're bringing back to radio? This 𝗫𝗻𝐼. He never got a rating. Why would they bring him back?
All right. This man is a coward.
A coward?
He's a fucking coward. And let me tell you something. I gave this guy radio, and the last time I heard him was when he said that he inherited me from Stern. And I got on the phone and tried to get back on the show the next week because there's a guy that I don't like, and 𝗫𝗻𝐼 likes him. And he took the guy's part, which is his privilege. But to turn around and say he inherited me, I saved his fucking ass in Las Vegas when he couldn't
Well, you
get
see
a
what he's
guest.
saying. He never had an original idea. I would have you on my show. Then he wanted you on the show. He never had you on the show.
Thank you. I said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, here's the coup de grace. That means here's the real thing.
Right.
The coup de grace. He goes to Sharpton with his fucking tail between his legs,
Never should have done that.
You would have never done. And I said that on radio. I don't know if you heard it.
I'd rather jump out a
You
window.
would have told him, fuck you.
I would have said, fire
I told a joke, and if you don't like it, fuck you.
Right.
But he's a coward now. But wait a minute. He wound up with $20 million. Now he's going to go on radio again. But it ain't the same. No. It'll never be the same.
It never was good to begin with.
He got lucky. Then he had that guy McGurk.
He's horrible.
Another sick fucker.
Another fucker who calls me for a job every week. Then he gets on Howard Stern's a piece of shit. Yeah, see?
He wants to be a comedian, McGurk. He can't get a laugh in a fucking barrel of monkeys. Trust me.
But I worked with him. I didn't even know he was in humor. I didn't even know that was his occupation.
He's making his thing. I don't wish him any harm. But you know something? When he turned around and cowed down, fucking shit. You go to Toilet Sharpton. This is my opinion. I said something funny. You want to go hard? Do what the fuck you want to do. And I got news for you. Bring all your friends and pick at me. Fuck you and the picket. That's a man. If he's wrong, I'll say fine. He said worse things than that. Before that Rutgers thing. He said worse things than that. You said worse things than that. Pat. All right? But you stood by what you said. That's why you're a man.
That's
Pat,
right.
The problem was it wasn't funny.
Huh?
It wasn't funny.
That's right.
If he had made anybody laugh, nobody would have picketed.
Joanne.
That's true.
He doesn't even get semi-hard?
All this energy
and no place to put it.
How could that be? I mean, the man is so...
That's why he's got so much energy this morning.
Yeah, but you can see his blood is flowing. I don't understand.
You know what? If you want to get him excited before sex, pull out a piece of paper and look at a list of things you have to do.
That's right. Dominic Barbara wants to say hello to you, the very famous attorney. Dominic Barbara. Very famous attorney.
I love Bobby.
Bobby, yeah.
He called me Bobby. Pat, you said you didn't want to use Viagra. Why don't you try it now?
Joanne, have you said to this man... Pat,
there's a little blue pill.
We could have a sex life. There is a Viagra that you could take.
I tried it.
He's tried.
He has?
Not about the Viagra.
Wait a second. I got to hear this from Joanne.
Okay.
Joanne, I'm looking you over. I'm a pretty good judge of women.
Mm-hmm.
You got a killer body.
Thank you.
Killer.
What did I say?
If you were nude in my bed, I'm sure that I could service you. This is amazing what you're saying.
I think it's all in his head.
It's got to be psychological at that
point.
It's
not in my head. It's in my cock.
No, it's all in his head.
It is. You're right. I mean, when
it's
you...
It's not that he doesn't want to.
What was the setting?
I think he just gets too uptight.
Have you guys tried a sex therapist?
Listen to me. Listen to me. I ain't trying no such
thing.
You understand? Because if I do, I know they're full of shit.
Are you embarrassed? They will give you a homework assignment.
Why would I be embarrassed if I'm talking about it in public?
But they would give you a homework assignment.
They ain't giving me that.
It's one thing to make...
Okay, here's my statement.
It's one thing...
Here's my fucking final statement. I thank God every day I can pee. Pee.
No, wait.
Fuck, I don't need.
Wait, you're going to hurt yourself.
Pee. I love to pee. I got friends that got prostate. They cry, Mother of God, let me see some pee. I go, I can do that. Now, can you fuck your wife? Yeah, but I can't pee. Keep fucking your wife. I'll pee.
It's one thing to be funny about it. It's one thing to be funny about it. It's another thing to go to a therapist and treat it in a serious way.
Jews go to therapists because they're insecure. I'm a fucking Italian. If they ever found out I went to a therapist, I'll be in deep shit. I'm not even circumcised. What the fuck is that?
You're not?
No.
Joanne, did you know that he's not circumcised?
She never saw it.
What, you wear a towel?
Mine goes in and out. Mine goes in and out when I pee, and I thank God, Mother of Jesus, I can pee. I got friends who can't pee, and I'm going, I can't wait to pee after the show.
This is silly. This is silly.
It's not silly. Jews go for everything for a fucking hangnail. Italians bite the fucking nail off and spit it out.
Do you have a Joanne said it's psychological. I think I know what she means.
It's all in his
Your deceased wife, who you love very much, and I know that. The man loved his wife. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're cheating on her if you're with Joanne?
I didn't have an affair with my wife the last 10 fucking years.
I'm saying, do you feel...
Sex was over. It was time to get down to basics. We're going to get old and be a grandmother and grandfather. Fuck that.
Wow.
That's Italians thinking.
Joanne, when
Jews don't think that. I had a woman in Florida, my altar Christ.
I'm Italian.
A woman in Florida. My woman in Florida. Jewish lady, my altar God.
Right.
She said, Mr. Cooper, I know you lost your wife.
Right.
And I said, well, thank you. She said, I know you're a lonely man. She says, because a lot of Italians, which is an Italian word, are lonely. would you like a blowjob? I swear to God. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
She goes, I'll take the teeth out so you don't hear the click. And I said, you'll take the teeth. I said, no, I'm fine. She goes, you're nuts, get rid of that stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because it can give you a prostate problem.
She's right.
I said, I'm peeing. What the fuck more do you want?
No, wait a second. I know what Pat's talking about, but Joanne, I just want to ask you one serious question. When, as Dominic says, so you were in the room with him.
Mm-hmm.
How long did you waiting to see?
She's still waiting.
Still waiting.
All right, I give up. You got to go see Pat Cooper.
Still waiting.
November 30th. I'm giving up, Dominic. I'm sorry.
Well, would Joanne like to go to a sex therapist?
Yeah, Joanne.
I don't need to go to a sex therapist.
No,
Robert, she's Italian. They'll go.
I'm Italian. I don't go to sex
But Joanne,
therapist.
you must be frustrated sexually. Do you take care of it with your own?
Well,
do you have a device of some kind, or?
Yes.
Yes.
I bought her a gold one.
Yes.
I said, you
I'm not going to
deserve
pry.
the best.
I'm not going to pry
He
anymore.
bought me
You
a
can
nice
pry. What
glass.
the fuck
I'm
you
not
want?
going to pry anymore.
Pry.
I'm embarrassed. I don't want to know. I don't want
All right.
I feel bad for Joanne.
Wait a minute.
She
You know what I read every day?
Don't. No, he does.
You know what I
gives me
read
love.
every day? Every day I read the penthouse letters. I got about 50 fucking books. Every time I go to the bathroom, I say, maybe I'll get an erection from the letters.
Right.
Nobody knows how to write about fucking. I just sit there, and
the letters aren't erotic enough for you.
What is your punch? What
Joanne,
you got to eat?
I'm going to eat.
You
Don't
got to
worry.
fucking this.
I'm so
that
hungry.
yogurt shit is terrible.
Yogurt.
Have a fucking salami sandwich.
I'm so hungry. You know, Artie's eating. He's eating over there having a party, and I wish I was. I wish I was in on the party.
You know, Pat, you should try Viagra Parmesan. It's very good.
Joanne.
Oh, he loves his food.
You are a lovely woman.
Thank you,
I
Howard.
consider it an honor to meet you.
Thank you so
I know
much.
that.
I'm honored to meet you
And the fact-
Robin. And
Well, I'm so
everybody.
happy that
Yes.
Pat has someone in his life that makes him happy. That's wonderful.
I imagine you were married before, had kids and stuff. Thank God, because at
She's a
least
grandmother.
My grandmother.
it's hard to
4.
believe.
Got
I thought
4
you. I thought you were in
grandkids.
your 40s.
Well, I said so.
Bless you.
You look
No.
good.
No.
I mean, how Pat got you is a whole other mystery.
56.
I don't know either.
You're 56.
Yeah, I feel
Wow.
I'll be 57 in 2 weeks.
Got a young one, Pat.
Look at you, Pat. You got a young one, but it's like having a Maserati and you don't know how to drive it.
You don't drive it.
If I cry, I
he
will kill
drives it
myself.
halfway.
So I can't let it get the best of me, Howard.
You got a beautiful woman.
tell you.
Honestly,
He
you
drives it
do.
from the house to the
Howard,
mailbox.
Howard,
You got a woman. She's
Howard,
nice.
you don't have to tell me that. I understand. But I always
Satisfy
say,
her. Satisfy. Don't be selfish. Go to the sex therapist. Satisfy her.
Fuck the sex therapist.
All right. Pat Cooper, November 30th.
Is that it?
Well, wait, let me sum up.
We're going to give you
Calm
a good
down.
plug
Not
now.
booting
Oh,
you.
I know. He's in a hurry to get me the fuck out of
We're
here.
going to do the plug, and then we got 3 more guys that are going to roast you.
See Pat Cooper, November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pittman, New Jersey. It's a big gig for you. It's going to be a big deal. See Pat at the Show Palace in Hudson, Florida, January 21st and 22nd. You're traveling the country. Joanne, I assume you'll be there too. You travel with Pat.
If she wants to. No one pushes
He
pressure.
never puts pressure on me. Whatever I want to do.
All of these shows, you'll have no paper on stage
We
with
just come back from Spain.
you. Yeah.
Okay? Now,
You
I'm
were
an
work-
easy guy. So I have $4,000 in cash in my pocket.
That's
Oh,
impressive.
God. I don't know too much about Europe. We went there. It was nice. You're going to buy their fucking euro.
Right.
So I gave him $1,000 to give me back $600 fucking dollars. So I said to the guy, excuse me, what is your problem? Are there any Jews in here? He goes, what do you want Jews for? They wouldn't come here and get fucked up like you people do.
Good, you told them that. You're not afraid. Even in a foreign
I
country.
don't give a fuck. Where
You
am I
don't care.
going?
You don't care.
No, because it's the truth. That's the Jews don't come here and go, you want $400 on my 1,000? Fuck you. I'll go to Israel. What the fuck do I need you for?
PatCooper.com.
That's like, I got enemies all over the world.
We went on a boat, and I told the lady next to me. She goes, we are in Valencia. I says, yes. She goes, tomorrow we go to Corsica. I said, no, tomorrow you're going to go behind Valencia. They're going to call it Corsica. This fucking broad believes it, tells the captain.
See, they have no idea where they are. They rip you off. You're right. You know a lot of stuff, I got to say.
Understand you over there.
Yeah. PatCooper.com. Believe it or not, Pat's on the internet now. He's got a website. I bet you don't even know how to get to it.
And David Brenner called me. He wants me to do his thing.
Oh.
He's got something on the internet. He's getting comics. He called me
Oh,
yesterday.
yes.
And he said, Pat, I'm going to send me. He says, I got to have you on this thing. I said, that's an honor. I said, Dave. He says, they're going to come from California to fly there to do it with you. So I must have some kind of points in this business.
Sure you do. I mean,
All right.
David Brenner. I mean, that's
You know,
great.
today, your fucking ratings are going to go through the fucking roof.
I know. Today I'll finally get some ratings. Thanks to you.
So you're not getting ratings like you think they are.
Right. Right.
You know what you're getting?
Word of mouth.
No, you're getting gifts. People give us Cyrus for gift. They say, what the fuck will turn them on?
Right.
Years ago, you had millions.
Of course, it's a different business. It's a different
not
business.
A different
Are you
business.
feeling bad for
You
Howard?
fucking went uptown. You don't fucking understand. You're with the Bon Jovis there, baby. You're with the Paul McCartney's.
Yeah, I'm whooping it up. Let me tell you. You should only see how much fun I'm having.
Pat, it sounds like you're feeling sorry for Howard.
He is. He feels bad for
Yeah.
me. By the way, on Pat's website, we noticed Pat is a brunette on his website. You know, you have dark hair on your website. You got dark hair. They gave you dark hair. Somebody colored it in.
Somebody colored in his hair?
Do you know that? You don't know. You don't care. PatCooper.com. Go see him in his shows and everywhere else.
He's funny.
Oh
my God, who is that?
I didn't even know who that was.
Look at that, Pat.
Pat, there's your website. Who is the person on that picture?
Oh.
Is that you?
My son-in-law did that. I'll kill him. See, I tell you how backward I still get the dial phone. There's your fucking answer.
You've never been on your own website.
I don't know anything about that shit. I don't want to know.
And there you got jet black hair.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, if you analyze this, I had black hair. I had a dye to fucking. I'm stupid.
You're fine. Pat Cooper, November 30th at the Broadway Theater in Pitman, New Jersey. And see Pat at the Show Palace in Hudson, Florida, January 21st.
Yeah,
but
don't go walking out yet.
Yeah, no, I'm going to take a couple of pictures because she has to show her son.
All right,
who's blind.
We're gonna.
That's the only reason why I'm with him. So I can come here.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after
this,
these
it's
words.
over.
And thank you, Joanne.
What do you think of that little roast in there?
Which one? That was not a roast. That was an insult to intelligentsia of comedy. But I got news for you. Those are three gentlemen that got their rocks off, and they were really good. I mean, it's all fun. There was you can't really tell them to try to roast you just like that. It don't work that way. There's got to be a reason to give them a time to think about what they want to say. Me, I'm sick.
Would you consider them talented comedians?
Absolutely. Anyone that's got a balls to try to be funny is talented. And now I got a dentist. He ought to go to fucking jail. He keeps drilling me, trying to tell me this. He wants to stand up. He's 72. I said, sit down, you old fuck.
You know what the sad thing was? It took Sal 3 weeks to say, who's that cunt?
Yeah. See, I actually had two pieces of paper. One, it was a magician's trick. I put my first piece of paper down and said, who's the ugly cunt? And then I took Bob's paper and I threw it.
Right.
See that? It was sleight of hand.
So let me ask you this. Do you think Howard was upset by that joke?
It's terrestrial radio. You can say anything. So
no, it's not.
No.
I mean, serious, whatever it is.
It's serious radio.
I don't know. He kind of looked like, I think Howard was very shocked. He looked at me like, what the fuck is going on? But yeah, you have to do that with Pat. You have to get under his skin.
Yeah.
Pat was, he wasn't letting anybody get their jokes off. He was rebutting every single joke. Mm-hmm. He was saying that you don't need the paper. So I threw it back in his face the best way I could.
And also, in all the years Pat's done the show, he never brought his wife down. He never brought, you bring a girl down.
Sal was thrown off because he used that was supposed to be his closing line.
Yes.
The first one.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the bottom of the paper instead of the top.
Well, it's going to be funny when we get pictures with Pat later.
Yeah.
Who are these three cunts?
I should bring in Bob. Bob helped out with roasting Pat. That was very nice, although it was hard to get a word in edgewise. And Sal, I'm just like so freaked out by.
Really?
I mean, I said to Sal and Bob and Shuli, would you just come in real quick and roast Pat a few lines? Bob, I'm talking about... sit down. I'm talking about, I said to you guys, and you were very gracious. I said, can you come in real quick and just roast Pat a little bit? So that we could see how he reacts to a roast, because he's not, and he was great with it. But
it's very hard to
Sal,
do.
I mean, why doesn't he just go up and shoot somebody in the head?
Well, he will at one of these roasts.
Sooner or later.
Sal, you're a good guy. I mean, what makes you interesting is that you sort of, we don't know, you're not predictable, but Jesus Christ.
I agree, but there was I had a whole bunch of jokes written down.
So do your jokes.
Yeah, but there was nowhere to go, and it got to a point.
What do you mean nowhere to go?
Well, the whole goal.
Don't go.
The whole goal was to get under his skin, and nobody was getting under his skin, and we wanted to see how far we could take it. I know it's a cheap, low blow. I know
made fun of the woman with him.
I realized that, but at this point, there was really nowhere to go, and I hope that
that was a real cringe for me.
But I can tell you, for the first time in the history of the show, Howard, I can't remember ever doing this, but I actually walked out with Pat and Joanne, made sure the cameras were off, and I apologized for what had happened, because I really was.
It was a
well, the goal was to offend.
sneak attack.
The goal was to offend him. And Gary,
the goal was not to offend. It was not to
see how far we could take
with
it.
Pat, not somebody sitting there taking the shrapnel.
You know what this is the equivalent of when somebody goofed about that your kids were gay? That has nothing to do with you, and that upset you.
Right. That's exactly what I did, Gary. Good point. You were fucking retarded, Gary. You just validated my point. Yeah. I went to someplace else.
No, you didn't have to. I didn't ask you to go there.
I know, and you're not supposed to.
Right.
I mean, that's what you do. I mean, you let me be me, and
but he didn't get a laugh with it, did he?
No.
He was like Pat was chasing us around the whole fucking time. I mean, I've never seen a crazy fucking old guy coming at you just because I had paper in my fucking hand. I was like, hey, take the paper, you
I wasn't even
going to
do the joke, and the last minute, Richard goes, just call her a cunt.
But I don't even think it was a joke.
Richard
did it?
Richard did it?
Richard's idea.
He's always got someone to blame.
Yeah,
it's amazing. You guys are going to say
that. No, but
that.
I'm saying it wasn't even a joke. When I said roast, I meant do a joke. You're good at doing some of these roast jokes.
Well, look how the point was how I threw it back in his face. I threw away the paper. I spoke to a man. What am I supposed to do?
Next time I won't ask you. Nothing ad-lib.
Now next time you won't ask me.
No.
All
You
right,
do
good.
it on tape. Go ahead. So I can listen
my
to
dice?
it.
I got to mail a video in?
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to do a joke. You can't just go up and say, hey, you're a cunt.
I know. I agreed. There was no jokes. There was nothing left. Levy couldn't
there
do
was
anything.
plenty of room.
But he asked me, he said, was that guy a comedian? And he wasn't kidding around. Like, he goes, like, who is that guy? Is he a comedian? I go, he's sort of a comedian. He's working on it. He's working on being a comedian.
He's trying to be a comedian.
Yeah, very good. What am I supposed to do, dude? What am I supposed to do?
You're supposed to tell jokes.
But Rob,
Julian Levy got up and told a few jokes.
I think cunt was his closing line, and he opened with it.
We try, although it was difficult. Most times when you roast people, they're not running back and forth between the dais and the podium.
Yeah, I haven't been chased by a guy with a members-only jacket since 1977. I mean, I was fucking terrified.
Sal, I think you crossed the line, man.
That's the whole point. If I'm not, give me a break.
You feel bad about it?
No, I don't feel. Listen, don't ask me to roast if you're afraid I'm going to cross the fucking line. I mean, it's such a double standard. It's bullshit.
Do you think Howard's being a little too sensitive about the whole situation?
If he's sensitive, he's sensitive. That's his thing, But, I mean, no. I mean, if that's the way Howard feels, then when I rewrite stuff, I have to consider that. I mean, I guess roasts are no longer the edgy, over-the-line things that I thought they used to be. Apparently, it's different now. So I have to adjust myself, I'll write some jokes about maybe, peanuts on airplanes, on toasters. That'll be real fun and cute, Maybe I'll go back and look at some old Elaine Boozler stuff. She can inspire me. Maybe some Phyllis Diller jokes. That's great. You're supposed to offend in a roast. You're supposed to go over the line. And when there's no place to go, sometimes you have to pull something out. When Sarah Silverman talked about Britney Spears' kids on national TV, as offensive and awful as that was, she went to the kids. That was considered brilliant in Howard Stern's eyes. When Howard asked me to offend Pat Cooper and nobody get a word and I call his wife a cunt, now I'm the bad guy. So it's a bunch of horse shit. That's what it is. It's blatant bullshit.
I agree.
It is.
Trust me.
Afterwards, you should just tape an extra half hour. Who cares?
It's a computer. It's not human.
Yeah, but you set it for that. It's
You
either
could
or.
set
You
it
can
for
set
that.
it for that. I have it set No, on I a can't. Yes, you can have it set on all my shows that way. Oh, no, but I don't want to go. I don't go back individually. Why are you not listening to me? What Robin's trying to say is they said. I know what Robin's saying, and I know what you're saying. And I don't like what both of you are saying.
I don't know what anybody's saying.
I don't like that.
I don't.
You're like one of those kids go, I need that.
Yeah. All right. Anyway,
Mommy, I need that.
yeah, you just do it my way.
It's not funny. It's not fun.
I got to get that laser surgery on my eyes or something. I'm going crazy.
What's going on with your eyes?
I can't see with clump clothes. I can't see far away. I can't see. I can't see anything.
Can't see it all.
I just don't want to wear glasses anymore.
But then you'll wear glasses because...
I don't want to talk about it.
All right.
I don't like what you're saying.
What do you say?
He's never going to get rid of the glasses. He just doesn't want to need them.
Get me a guide dog. That's what I'm saying. All right? I want that for my birthday.
That looks like a cool thing, the guide dog.
Yeah, I think I just relax and let the guide dog lead me around.
Take me where I want to go, Ren.
How about guide dogs for sighted people? People who have a buoy back.
What?
A miraculous recovery.
I think I like it better without you here.
It's all good.
It's all good.
Whatever you need, man. I'm here for you.
I know. Yeah, I know you try hard. How was your dinner for Stuttering John last night?
Oh, it was fun and sad and poignant and a nice way to close out the whole thing.
Yeah, nice.
I have closure now.
Give him a nice send-off for
stealing stuff from us.
He's gone. He's not in my sights anymore. He's gone.
Yeah, I was busy.
Sorry. There was a little discussion about...
I was busy.
But where you were.
By the time I got the call, I was already booked up for meetings. I was meeting my girlfriend.
Well, you know, that's very important. You got to keep that relationship going.
You know what? I hadn't seen her all day. So that was that. Please. Farewell dinners.
I saw Brian Gumbel last night at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah?
And he said, what are you guys here for? And I said, it's, Stuttering John's farewell dinner. And he must listen to the show because he goes, oh, yeah, I'm sure Howard's in there making a toast now.
Right. Yeah, let's see. Guy doesn't call me, doesn't tell me what's going on, and he's going out there to be Stuttering John, a bit I created. No, that's fine. Just go. Have a good time.
He was a kid when he came here. He's a grown man now. Goodbye. And there were a lot of people who wanted to say goodbye to him. They got to do it last night. It was fun to see him and Scott the engineer hugging in the middle of the floor. I was like, wow, Scott's hugging and saying to John he's going to miss him.
Well, it's funny. I was getting dressed to come over to you there. And have a drink and say goodbye. And then I talked to some people.
Oh, God. Who'd you talk to?
I don't want to say. And they were like, are you insane?
Oh, God.
A couple of people called you insane, and I said, Robin does her own thing.
Hey, I said to myself, you know what? We've been friends on another level. Say goodbye.
Right. I was a little surprised, though, that you threw him the dinner, because I thought you were a little angry with him.
We were yelling at each other 2 minutes before we came into the dinner.
Yeah.
I said, I'm still yelling at you.
Then they were hugging last night.
Well, they had a strange relationship. They tongue-kissed her.
Oh, please. Again, he made me kiss him on the mouth last night, and I said, all right, now, it was a little peck. I said, this will be a 3-hour makeout session the next time he tells people about it.
Right. Was he going to go work for the very cutting-edge Jay Leno, who apparently just doesn't care what he does?
No, he's cutting no more edges.
Yeah.
The edges are off limits to him.
No, I understand he has to get right out there to start writing while bits are fresh in his head.
Actually, no, he's going out. Yeah. He's leaving the day after tomorrow to go get fitted for wardrobe.
Yeah. What is he going to wear, a suit?
He said that he wanted to wear a suit, but they think he'd be better off in a T-shirt and a jacket.
John has to get out there immediately for wardrobe. That part I didn't get.
And he said he can't wait to see his office. That was the funny thing. He's getting it off.
And an assistant.
Oh, my God. Boy. Jay's going to all lengths to get something off this show. Oh. Anyway, getting back to the Academy Award, I hope the dinner was a great send-off. I was kind of contemplating going, and Beth really wanted to go, and I said, all of a sudden I snapped too. And I went, well, I'm not going to go sit there and buy into this crap.
Look, I said, I'm going to be bigger than all that. These people, they can't defeat me.
But I did say goodbye to John Friday night.
Yes.
I had him over to Scores. We had a drink.
See, I heard that was even weird. This is reports that I got.
From John?
No, from somebody else. I heard that John went to say goodbye to you, and you were at the bar.
I was talking to a chick.
Yeah, and John went to say goodbye. He's like,
I gave him a big hug. Here's this kid. This kid.
He didn't say this. He didn't say this.
Let me tell you why he's mentally ill.
But he didn't say this.
All right. Well, whoever said it.
He's mentally ill.
I walk in, I see John. I know he had to leave because he was going somewhere. He had a dinner or something with his wife. So I gave him a big hug. I said, hey, John, I wish you well. Going to miss you. You know, it was great having you with us and all that, and I wish you well in the future. Gave me a big hug. Lonnie comes over. I heard John once went mental that Lonnie hugged me and didn't hug him. It meant Lonnie doesn't like him.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, Ronnie will tell you all about that. So I hugged Lonnie, and I go, Lonnie, you better hug John or he'll think you won't like him. And John was like, I mean, the guy's mentally ill. You know that with John. He's got OCD and all these weird thoughts.
Yeah, but I didn't know it went that far.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Howard's getting a hug. Why am I not? You know, it's everything. It's a little bit of the Jackie-itis. So I go, okay, hey, man, you know. And then we were all sitting around, hanging around, and there's chicks there, hot chicks. I'm sitting at the bar talking to a hot chick.
What, are you going to spend the night with John?
Yeah, I don't go to Scores to spend the night with John.
I think the person that told me the story didn't see the hug.
Oh.
So they thought that, like, John said, hey, goodbye.
So I don't know. If he said another goodbye, I was like, okay, man, take it easy. I mean.
Yeah, how many times can you hug?
Yeah, how many times are we going to have a goodbye? It's enough. Enough goodbyes. Leave. You know, I mean, whatever. Unbelievable. So that was it.
But it was also nice just to have a bunch of people from the show get together.
Yeah, that's always
dinner, good. And it was fun because, you know, whether John had come last night or not, we were going to have that dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard that he wasn't coming, so I was going to go. But
and then there were a handful of people at the dinner that really could care less whether John went or not.
Right.
There's like people that work at Howard's office that don't even really know John.
You know what?
So it's great that you invited them.
No, I didn't invite anybody. These were people who said they wanted to get together, and I said, call the people who know John. I don't know how those other people got there. But that's fine. It's nice to see people who work in this organization.
Yeah.
The food was good.
Food was great.
Where'd you have it?
It's called Compass.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't even know.
Good.
The #1 new restaurant, according to Zach. It's in the window.
Look at you.
Artie's funny. Artie's a funny guy because Artie got there and he had he couldn't stay late. Artie's got a big day today. He's got to fly to Denver and the whole thing.
I know.
He wanted to get some rest. So he goes, I'm gonna leave. So the woman said, "Oh, would you like me to pack up the dinner for you?" Because it was on its way. And it was just a weird thing because I know that Artie really wanted the dinner, but he didn't want. But taking it packed up is just sort of like that's a bad thing to do.
Well, his mom does it for him every day.
Yeah,
I know, but
even for me that would have been.
Even for Artie, it seems sort of weird. So he goes, I don't know. So then they brought it out. So well, I'll sit down.
Yeah, they actually walked into the room with the dinner, and Artie said, "Oh, maybe I don't have to leave." And he sat down and had dinner.
So then after dinner, he wanted to leave, and they go, well, dessert's coming. Artie goes, I gotta go. She goes, let me pack you a bag of cookies. So Artie left with a little bag of cookies.
Wow. Oh, you're the man.
Yeah.
But that
got a lot of pull.
Really good.
I'm glad I stayed. That chicken was unbelievable.
Yeah, I had the chicken, too. It was great.
Artie and I had to have a little conversation last night. I had to tip him off about something.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Should I talk about that?
Do whatever. It's very disturbing to me.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to say it because we should probably...
I'd like to talk to you more about it off the air.
Okay, all right. All right.
I got some questions on how to handle it.
Nah, don't do anything.
Intriguing.
I know, but okay.
All right.
I hear you.
What's this got to do with?
I don't know. Artie's going. How many days are you leaving, man?
I'll be gone the rest of the week.
Oh yeah. What is this? A comedy festival?
I have to perform at the Aspen Comedy Festival in Aspen, Colorado.
He acts like it's an assignment.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go.
I really don't.
Then how are you going?
I like being here. I like my job.
Why are you going?
Because can I tell where you're going?
No.
This will be seen by important people.
My representation.
Yeah.
Thinks if you do well out there, it could be a big deal, and it is a very big sort of event that I've turned down in the past.
But what are the odds of you doing well out there? You're going to be drunk out of your mind. People will see you a mess, and
that's part of why.
That's my argument.
Oh.
That's part of why Artie doesn't want to go, though.
Yeah.
No, Artie doesn't want to go because there's no. He said to me last night. It really boiled down to one thing. He goes, you know what? I don't really know anyone out there. There's no one to have a beer with.
I don't. Again, it's a very show business event, and I don't like stuff like that. And I don't ski.
I know. I think Ivan Reitman's in charge of all that.
Is he really?
He has something to do with some comedy.
HBO's involved. Believe me, I'm very appreciative that they invited me. They're treating me good. It's like a first-class event. But it's like, what am I going to get out of it? I'm on.
I know, what are you going to get?
I talk to 18 million people a day. I'm going to go there and be funny for 300 people in show business?
Those people in show business hear you every day.
That's what I mean. So, but I also have a deal at Touchstone for ABC, and they would like it if I went. Which, so you got to.
It is an assignment.
You got to do what you got to do.
And Artie's been so productive for them so far this year that he feels he should go and do something.
Yeah. Oh, what a shame.
But I'm going to go out there and do what I can, man.
Artie's being forced to go to Aspen.
Hey, you know what? You'll probably have a good time.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been to Aspen. Have you been to Aspen?
No.
No?
It's too cold.
Yeah. I hear it's a great town.
Well, if you ski, I guess.
It's a great town if you're there, like, with, a chick.
It's a great town if you're Kate Hudson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's why I didn't fit into L.A., because I just not me.
Yeah, it's not like you're working out and you're fit and, and you're hanging out with really nice, good-looking people.
Right.
That's not you.
So you'll go there and be alone?
See, I'm not your management. I don't know what the game plan is, but I think you're better off sort of being a little more mysterious, not going and kissing these people's asses.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, he's not going to, melt into that crowd, is he?
No. Artie's a great guy, and he doesn't need to kiss anyone's ass.
And look, I'll be the first one to admit that I have a stand-up act that does very well with people like me. In Pittsburgh, I do great.
Yes.
Buffalo, Boston, you know what I mean?
Real people.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you're happy to go there.
And this is going to be all
people who work with the earth.
Right.
People who work with their hands.
These are people out in Aspen that might be a little uppity, and I might say a few things that might offend them here.
Artie can't do a show for people who don't even know where their hands are.
Artie was joking around last night that, when he does his act out there, if he does his gay humor, that his manager will be sitting in the back talking to people, I had no idea he did that material.
Yeah.
Disavowing you.
I know.
I'll get escorted out of show business.
What's your gay material? Is it real rough?
No, it's not. I just do a blue collar, dirty,
right,
comedy club act. That's what I do.
Right.
And it involves drinking and.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you. It could only hurt me.
Right. I mean, you're in good shape. What do you got to do? I'm going to sit there for who? Who's going to be there that's going to need you to see your stand-up act?
Nobody's going to even care.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's going to even care.
Who's the guy advising you, man?
My manager, Peter. He's a good guy.
All right.
He is a good guy.
Jesus.
Okay.
We comedians have a lot of people in our life.
I know.
Yeah.
God, you are top heavy in management, brother.
Top heavy in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got the whole thank you list already without the Academy Award career.
Right. I may skip a few thank yous, Robin.
All right, so here's my Academy. After watching the Academy Awards a day late, I am really disturbed by Liv Tyler and her hairdo. Hey, do you guys have any tape of Liv Tyler introducing a segment? Like, what's going on with that baby soft voice? Like that. Want to introduce the. I know her. I didn't realize she had such she's so damaged.
Voice, yeah.
And what was that hairdo? It reminded me of Two-Face. Like one side of her head looked like a burn victim, and the other side of her head it was like long and flowing.
See, I must have missed her. I think she's hot, though. I wish.
Really?
I wish I had seen her. Really, you don't think her face is sexy at all?
She has a pretty face, but she's got a big body. She got to tone it down, man. She got to go for a 12-mile run every hour.
She lets it go between films. She really does.
Yeah, she blows up. She knows what she has to do. She's a young chick. She knows what she has to do. Come on. It's Hollywood, honey. Don't kid me. Yeah, over here, Casey. You got some Academy Award stuff. No, I got to get over here. All right. Then Sting was up there, all serious, performing with a strange instrument that looks like I could play it, but it's like a very gay instrument. It's this thing where it looks like sort of like a... Did you see this?
No, but if people were describing how he was rubbing it, I didn't know what he was doing.
You turn it like a monkey grinder, and you just... That's it. I wonder what this instrument is.
What kind of noise does it make? And you got to have that?
And I could play that.
Don't we have synthesizers who will make that same noise?
It's almost like when you put those piano rolls in and you can... It was that kind of thing. And he just stands there, some real serious chick, Alison Krauss singing these songs. I don't even know who she is.
I know. There's a whole bunch of people in show business that, like, are they really in it?
And then they had Elvis Costello, who's a great performer, standing there, not doing anything, just like kind of strumming a guitar. And Billy Crystal was much better as he went along, because I hated the opening of the show, but I thought when he was What Celebrities Think and stuff, that was kind of funny. And Bill Murray is a great guy. I mean, I don't like to be negative about everyone. Bill Murray is a genius, and it was kind of sad that he didn't win an Academy Award because he's so goddamn funny and talented. I didn't see Lost in Translation. I hear it's really boring.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
I got to tell you, I enjoyed Lost in Translation.
You enjoyed it? That's amazing.
I saw it twice.
Wow.
I like
Like on purpose?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't an accident?
Yeah, I mean, like you didn't accidentally buy a ticket there the second time?
I saw it in the afternoon to kill time in New York because I liked it.
Yeah.
Again.
And Sofia Coppola looks like she's really, just has never had a fun day in her life.
Even the Academy Award looked like, she didn't really want it.
She seems like she's, really wasted. I
don't think wasted.
I don't mean drug wasted. Yeah. I mean, she's like, I can't even lift my arms. I'm so tired.
Don't give me an award, because then I'll have to walk up there and say something.
She seems really damaged.
Right.
What's going on with her? She okay? She's anemic or something.
I know. You want to rush up and help her.
She's anemic.
You know what? I said Julia Robertson looked good because all I saw her on was the pre-show, but I saw her presenting. She looked dynamite.
Really?
Yeah.
She looked real good.
Yeah, I only saw her walking in, and I didn't think, everybody was in agreement that she wasn't looking her best.
She looked effable.
Really?
Oh, yeah, she's hot. Well, come on. There's a reason she's the #1 box office attraction. She gets on the screen with that.
Well, she has something.
With that face of hers. It's a face you want to damage with your evil juice.
Oh, so much.
Oh, Julia.
Julia.
I want to damage you with my evil juice.
My crucial head.
My juice.
You're going to benefit so much.
You're America's sweetheart with my evil juice all over you. Evil. Oh, my.
Touching my balls, I caught myself. I won't do it again. I love you. I'll save that for you. This hand. See, now that I'm not biting my nails, I have to find something for my hands to do. And, if you were here, you'd benefit from that so much.
Julia.
Boy, that never gets old to me, that thing.
Me neither. It's such love.
That's fantastic.
What if he still feels the same way?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
They seem, I met Vinny's wife for the first time at your party. They seem like a very
happy couple.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Vinny's way in love.
Oh,
that's nice.
Oh, so much. I don't think I've ever said to a girl, oh, so much, ever.
That's never come out of you.
Yeah. It just doesn't happen. I don't go there. Oh, Julia. I'm touching my anal fissure.
Moving on. Listen, Deb, I'm going to pause 1 minute to change my clothes. And actually, not change my clothes, put on some clothes. You know why? I'm not dressed now. Look, this is what I'm wearing. Hold on a second. By now, you've seen this shot before, so this is not going to shock you, but I'll give you another glimpse of my bod. Hold on. What's to come? Hold on 1 second. Okay, Deb. Well, in a matter of speaking, my head is still in the picture, only this is a different head, the crucial head. Should I come close? No, I'll get back. Why should I make it so easy for you? I'll give you a profile sign.
Crucial head.
Okay. You know? Okay, hold on 1 second.
How did she not call the police?
There's my ass. Is that an ass? What an ass. God, what a big ass. Okay, and this is going to be yours. I don't want to make this too raunchy because, God, if someone sees this, boy, they'll never be able to recognize me. They'll have to have a police lineup, right? The people holding their and just say, no, that's not the
right. I can't take it.
Wow. Gets crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does get crazy. And you know what? I don't know how she didn't, get him arrested.
Yeah.
You either marry that guy or you have him arrested. There's two ways to go.
And what people don't know is Vinny is built like a bowling ball. I mean, he's not the kind of guy you would say to a girl, hey, take a look at my naked body.
Right.
He'd keep it covered so that... I know he was thinner back then, but it still wasn't... I mean, he was definitely a roly-poly nerd. And, I mean, where does he come off? Putting himself nude on film so she could see his ass and his body.
That takes a lot of...
I mean, that's a lot of self-love.
Yeah.
Doesn't he know he's not good-looking?
It's major denial.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like he is completely unaware of what he looks like.
Sounds like his parents told him everything he did was great.
I mean, he's showing her everything.
Yeah.
Look at my ass and
I actually have to put on some clothes because I'm naked.
Look at my ass and my crucial head.
What's that, Debbie?
Let me show you my big ass.
That's my crucial head.
Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hey, Howard. That instrument Sting was playing is called a hurdy-gurdy.
Yeah, I could definitely...
You're kidding.
Yeah, what he does is when he cranks that arm there, it'll put tension on some strings that are inside that box, and on the outside it's got a little keyboard. As he presses down on the keys, that's what plays the note, and as he turns it, if it gets tense, then be a higher pitched note.
Yeah, it was really weird. I'm watching that thing going, I'm pretty sure I could play that instrument.
I thought hurdy-gurdy was a thing Donovan made up.
No. It's an instrument from back in the 1800s, 1900s. I'm not even sure that it was necessary for him to play. I think he just thought it looked a little bit cool to play something a little different out there.
Yeah. I didn't think it was that cool.
Obviously not necessary.
Here's Liv Tyler. She's a weird chick.
Good evening. Our first Oscar-nominated song is from the Civil War epic Cold Mountain. The film is a love story between two people.
Wow. Sounds like she was reading a book report.
The film is a story between two people.
But she's an actress. I mean, doesn't she know how to sort of deliver the lines?
Is she really an actress, or is she just some cute girl they threw in front of a camera?
Oh. All right, there you go.
Torn apart by war during the most violent years of our nation's history. I am pleased to introduce the first of this year's...
I guess in Lord of the Rings, does she have any lines? I haven't seen the last two.
No, she doesn't have very many at all.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Sounds like she was reading Scott Salem's Sun book report on censorship.
I'm very pleased to introduce...
My Utopia.
Yeah, she sounds so pleased.
Our second nominated song this evening is also from the film Cold Mountain.
Yeah.
Please welcome once again Alison Krauss, who will be joined by 2 of tonight's nominees for...
Wow. Wow. All right, when we come back, we have a ton of stuff to play for you. We're going to try and catch up with all these tapes. I mean, we are in a madhouse of tape.
A sea. A veritable sea.
A sea of tape. You know.
And we'll try to work our way out of it.
And we have so much to talk about, so we're going to try and get to all of it. And I know there's a lot of phone calls, too, and I will get to those. I just got to get a break in. There's a chick on the phone says she knows of a great bar in Aspen for Artie. I want to make sure I get to that.
Okay.
You know, I don't want the guy totally depressed.
We need to set up his itinerary.
Look, I'll find the booze.
Right. He's got a nose for that. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
A proud black man speaks out.
No, I think you're right. I think you convinced me.
I'm asking you out of respect for me, out of respect for all black people who are too dumb and who cannot realize what you're doing, okay?
He's the smartest black man on earth.
He's the leader of the black people.
Stop playing that tape.
I'm going to say something. You are the stupidest black guy on the planet, and you are not in charge of black people. I'll worry about what black people are going to hear and what they're going to do.
Black people who come on your stage like Mr. T.
Hey, genius.
John King.
Why aren't you working?
MC, whatever his name, Marvin.
Yeah.
If those type of guys had any kind of sense, they would not come
and you
on
have
stations
sense.
and promote whatever they're promoting.
And you have sense. You think you're the smartest black guy.
I have dignity, Howard.
No, you don't. You have no dignity. You have no dignity, and you have no ability to understand what we're doing.
Howard Stern, bringing the races together. The attack continues.
In trouble this morning for shock jock Howard Stern.
We're still fighting.
Clear Channel, the nation's largest radio chain, is tuning into the national debate on decency. It suspended Stern's program on its station.
And fighting.
We're under attack. You understand we're under attack.
The Howard Stern Show. Still standing.
Well, we are still standing. We are still on the air. I had an upsetting conversation with my general manager yesterday. It's not even funny.
You mean Tom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless you know of a different general manager.
Isn't every conversation with Tom upsetting?
Well, you know, I don't even know where to begin. I was going over the list of things that they had deleted from the show for the day, and I blew my stack, and I called him up, and I just said, what are you doing? He had hit the button on something so ridiculous. And I said to him, I know you're in a tough position. I know you are in a very bad position. You got to worry about Mel. You got to worry about the company. You got to worry about protecting me. You know.
You got so many worries at this point, yeah.
But I was very honest with him, and I said, you're now hitting the button on things that are, I mean, that just shouldn't be censored. It ruins the show. You're overly zealous. And he even said to me, I don't want you to get thrown off the air. I said, I don't want to be thrown off the air either, but here's the point. If the FCC wants to get me off the air, all they have to do is trump up some sentence or take something out of context, and then they will have to fire me. I said, I'm not fine with being fired, but I'm accepting my fate. Fire me. Because that way you guys don't lose your stations. That way, Tom, you don't lose your job. Nobody loses anything. I said, this is getting goddamn ridiculous. And so, who knows? I mean, the feeling of paranoia around here is absolutely out of control. And on my part as well, I must tell you, I've seen the tide in this country turning toward the Taliban ever since G.W. Bush got in office. I'm talking about the agenda of the religious right, which does not represent the majority of the people in this country. The majority of the people in this country voted for Al Gore. The majority of the people, even probably who voted for George Bush, don't agree with the right-wing religious agenda of our president's experience with Jesus since he stopped, drinking and driving drunk. He had a whole revelation.
And you got to question what somebody sees when they've been drinking all the time.
Yeah, he probably was praying to a white elephant. Right. I mean, even with, first of all, Mel Gibson's movie is such a piece of garbage. I haven't seen it yet, and I know it's not fair to cast aspersions.
I mean, really.
But I'm going by what Robin said, and I'm going by a bunch of other critics, and it turns my stomach to go see it. Because you got to understand, you're wondering, why are people upset with Mel Gibson? Why wouldn't Mel Gibson show up at the Academy Awards? Why was he afraid of being booed? And I'll tell you why, so you understand what's going on. Mel Gibson's movie shows Jesus, the beloved Jesus, being ripped to shreds for 2 hours. And the reason he is being ripped to shreds is the Jews. Now, understand something. Hitler, one of the most successful anti-Semites in the history of this world, who killed 6 million Jews. In Nazi Germany, they used to have things called passion plays. Passion plays would get the people fired up. It would show the Jews owning everything, the Jews lending money, the evil Jews ruining the culture, ruining the gene pool, and they were very subtle, by the way. They weren't bang you over the head, we hate the Jews. It was just the most subtle, hate-filled play that would get the people charged up. And you know what kind of people I'm talking about. I'm talking about sheep. Most people are. So Mel Gibson, who is the son of an anti-Semite, a Holocaust denier, and I am not blaming Mel Gibson's father for this, but you can imagine the household Mel Gibson grew up in. And when Mel Gibson goes on the Tonight Show and Jay Leno sits there and goes, hey, he's treating him with reverence because he just made $117 million. But Mel Gibson has put out a passion play. Now, let me tell you what's going on in Europe right now. There are more incidents than ever in the history of Europe and the world of anti-Semitism, where people are just taking Jews and either scrolling graffiti on them, on their temples, attacking them. We know what's going on in Israel. We know there's an irrational hatred of anything Jewish.
They haven't even made a deal to play this movie. They're afraid to.
And rightly so. France is now a hotbed of anti-Semitism. You have no idea what's going on in Europe. This movie will be distributed all over Europe. And this movie will, like the passion plays of Hitler, fan the flames of anti-Semitism.
It's much bigger than a passion play.
Big. Movies are bigger than passion plays. Movies are powerful. And that is why people hate Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson, who has a privileged life, despite what his father will tell you, how, Jews are money grubbers, and Mel Gibson's family is a hard-working family.
Somehow Mel has a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, somehow Mel's got all the money. And he ain't a Jew. And that is the reason why people in Hollywood are fed up with Mel Gibson and his passion of making this movie, this passion play movie. And that's why they can't stand his ass. So, of course he won't show up at the Academy Awards. Just because he made $117 million doesn't vindicate him. And he's a creep.
Actually, he's making money off people who don't normally go to the movies.
And Jay Leno is a creep who sits there and interviews him for 3 segments and can't even bring up the charges of anti-Semitism. I understand people are upset with you in some way. What was that about? Jay doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he reads the paper for his monologue, but he doesn't read the paper after that.
Yeah, he's busy going on dates with Stutter John for ice cream.
But he's like, it was in the paper.
Yeah.
Mel Gibson, he doesn't know what the fuss is about.
No, he goes, heard some charges and things, but...
Well, what do people say? What's the most upsetting thing?
I didn't read the review, though, with Haagen-Dazs with John.
Yeah, I mean, and Jay's the most, he's doing his political commentary during his monologue, but then when it comes to interviewing somebody, he doesn't know crap.
Right.
You big pussy! Jay Leno, kiss my ass, lying douche. You're so weird. You're just so odd. What's happened to television? What happened to brave broadcasters? Why aren't we fighting? So you're very successful, Adolf. I mean, Mel. Nothing. Where's your jokes? So anxious to have Mel Gibson on the show. He'll just kowtow and bow to anyone.
I don't know anything.
What an embarrassment of a career, you freak. You half freak of nature. Nothing's wrong. Just Rome burns. Just disgusting. Television is disgusting. Jay Leno's disgusting. All these safe broadcasters are disgusting. Get some balls. Clear Channel freaking out. Oh, my God, I'm getting called in front of Congress. Yeah. Ever see Congress be wrong? Get some balls. Jay Leno, get some balls. You know why Mel Gibson is afraid of going to the Academy Awards? Why are you acting like you don't? Oh, skirting around every goddamn issue. Everyone's afraid. Oh, gee, Mel Gibson won't do your show anymore. So what?
It could be powerful.
He might tell Julia Roberts not to do my show, and then Pam Anderson won't come on.
He could make another blockbuster. Then he won't do my show.
Yeah.
You don't do Jimmy Kimmel's show.
It's always a move to pretend not to know about it.
Except when he's doing that monologue, he knows everything.
I understand somebody mad at you. It sounds so silly.
What's going on with that?
I don't understand anything. I'm a moron.
That's the most hurtful thing they say.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I have to get that interview. You got to hear it.
Yeah, I understand the Jews got a little too powerful.
Please. Nobody understands. Nobody gets it. I get it. I get everything. That's the problem. That's why I'll be off the air in another month. Trust me. Watch if I'm wrong. The show's too dangerous. It upsets too many people. The honesty about sexuality, the honesty about politics, everything. It's too dangerous, this show. It can't continue. It's time to go. I told that to Tom yesterday. It's time. It's over. Let them crucify me like Jesus. I am actually going to shoot a movie. I'm here to announce it. I'm going to get it into theaters within a month. Where I am sitting on the Passion of Howard Stern. I'm going to be sitting there on the air, and the FCC is going to come in. I'm going to get someone to play Colin Powell and his son, and they come in and they rip at my skin for 2 hours. And I'm on all fours. And Mel Gibson rapes me in it. I'm going to get him to star in it. Him and Jay Leno.
Come on, squeal.
Yeah, and I'll be tied to a tree, naked. Of course, my penis will be covered, because I'm not showing that. But I will begin filming as soon as I can find someone loony enough to film this.
You may have to put up your own money.
Come on, squeal.
I'm not doing that. Imagine if I could get that in the theaters right now in a month.
Oh, great. I mean, believe me, you could just mark it off of his publicity.
And every 5 minutes, Tom will hit me over the head with a hammer. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I'm just trying to do the right thing. Which way do we go? Which way do we go?
Well, I was like, all right, we're retreating right into the sea. I said, when do you stop retreating? We're running out of ground.
Yeah. All right, let's go talk to our fans before we are ripped away from you forever. Ken, you're on the air.
These are the last
Howard,
conversations
that's some of the most patriotic speech I've heard in a long time.
Thank you.
I'm sitting here in Florida, cut off by the Clear Channel thought police, and it's SEC, friends at Clear Channel, they're still screwing with you down here. I've been taping them because we've been putting up on one of the news groups a list of advertisers to write to and to talk to, because this is about the trampling of constitutionally protected free speech. And when you came back on fire from vacation, my friend, that's when they got you 3 days later.
Yep.
This has nothing to do with it. This is about you finally grabbing hold of what's wrong. This is about the election. This is about taking you off in Florida, which is a swing state, which is called Road's Ground Zero. This is about Jeb Bush. The Mays family of Clear Channel go back decades to the Bush family. Google it away. You'll find it all. These aren't lies.
I know. I made the mistake of coming out against George W. Bush and what's going on in this country. I'm telling you, it's all tied into that. Clear Channel pumps tons of money into the Bush campaign. I know what's going on here. You're not even... I'm telling you, I've been told not to talk about a certain congresswoman. I've been warned.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to play a phony phone call. I can't even because it mentions her. I tell you something. I'm not looking to screw up anything for Viacom or Infinity or anyone, but it's getting crazy,
Yeah,
man.
but when you're afraid to, talk about the political leaders, you've got to ask yourself, what kind of a country have we become?
G.W. Bush now is going to be all encouraged with the $117 million Mel Gibson made off his movie. Oh, he's going to think this is a
He'll
clear...
probably be campaigning with him.
Yeah. He's going to be a clear
Howard,
sign.
I got this tape I want you to hear because we have been taping their advertisers to contact what's going on. And they're still screwing with you here, using sound bites of you and Robin in a commercial to kind of tease you.
On the Miami station?
On the Miami station. I got the tape right here. But can I ask you first, can you keep me on hold for a little while afterwards so I can hear a little bit more?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you how even crazier this gets. So, my agent, Don, has been waiting for a call back from Clear Channel, from the guy you saw testify in Congress, to find out what is going on here.
Right.
You're in breach of the contract. You weren't allowed to do all of this. You know, I have the legal right to go to another radio station in those markets, and they still have to pay me. I mean, I have a great contract there. So where's the phone call? What are you guys doing? What are your intentions? Yeah. What are we doing? So they don't call Don back. They call back Joel Hollander, which is fine because they go, where's the phone call? What are you guys doing? What are your intentions? Yeah. What are we doing? So they don't call Don back. They call back Joel Hollander, which is fine because they'd rather deal with Joel. Joel's a good guy, but Joel doesn't know what's going on with me.
Yeah, but Joel didn't make the call. Why? How's that a callback?
Exactly. That's who they called. So Joel said, call Don. They still haven't. They're afraid to make the phone call.
They're just afraid all over the place.
All over the place.
Well, why can't they put you on in the Viacom stations in Palm Beach and some of the...
Maybe they could. I could talk to Mel about that. But I can't talk to anybody till I know what these guys are doing. They're in breach of the contract. It's over. You know
that guy that guy you had on that interviewed Mel Gibson's father, he worked for a brokered radio station. For $200 an hour, they could buy you local time down here.
Yeah, well, that's not the point.
The point is, if your company was really backing you, they'd do it. So for their listeners,
my company is back. Let me tell you something. Don't knock this company. They got a lot more balls than Clear Channel.
Well, I agree with that.
I mean, Fear Channel.
Yeah, friends of Clear Channel. Can I play you this tape?
Yeah.
With you and Robin in here. Okay, here goes.
Well, play it already. You keep talking about it.
Here we go.
San Antonio, Texas, to the world headquarters of Clear Channel Worldwide to listen in on the discussion of the Howard Stern suspension issue. Let's listen in.
Let's call this meeting to order, the Howard Stern suspension. What are we going to do here, gang? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, it's settled then. We're all in agreement. Stay tuned to Big 106 as we continue to not know what's going on with Howard Stern suspension.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm shocked by that.
That's what's running on there. We run that about every half hour.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're right. They don't know. I'll tell you something. The general managers at all the stations we work for at Clear Channel are completely upset by this. They don't feel that Clear Channel did the right thing. They can't say anything, but I've heard from every one of them.
But it's also business-wise. What are they supposed to do with the things they've sold already?
They're getting
killed. They sold the
Howard
Stern show.
Yeah, but they're getting killed. Do you know that? What did I read? Clear Channel stock went down 20% or something?
I called a couple of their advertisers saying they should be demanding rebates and not running.
Well, let me tell you something. The general managers who work for these stations are furious with their own company. They don't. First of all, they see how ridiculous it is. The company runs my show in some of these markets. I've been a partner with Clear Channel for 10 years, and then 2 days before the guy has to testify for Congress, he wakes up and goes, "Okay, you're off. I don't like the show." But I mean, if you didn't like the show, why'd you just renew me in every one of these markets? They just renewed me.
They had to re-up several times probably in 10 years.
They owe tons of money on the contracts they signed. You got to be kidding me.
Speech. It's all about Bush. It's all about the election.
And it's all about Janet Jackson's boob and the Christ Passion. And
if it wasn't,
I wouldn't pay 10 cents to go see the Christ Passion. It's bull. These religious nuts are using it like they're going to the Holy Land.
It's an education.
Yeah, they're getting an education through Mel Gibson.
Howard, it takes a lot of attention off of Iraq.
Let Mel Gibson come in here and do an interview with me. I dare him to do it. I dare Mel Gibson to come in here and do an interview with me. It won't be the Jay Leno interview, I guarantee you. Come in here and answer my questions, mother effer.
Can I just add one last thing, Howard?
Come into the Viper Pit, as Bill Maher calls it. Another communist.
The Viper Pit.
Yeah.
Well, Mel has already sort of said that you're immoral as far as he's concerned.
Yeah.
Can I add one last thing?
Yeah.
And then Air America Radio is going on March 29th. Without Franken...
I got to hang up. I got to hang up with this guy. I'm sorry. I know. Al Franken's going to have a radio show, and I'm all for it. It's great. But he goes on and on, this guy. I think that's Karl Marx on the phone.
They're all back.
You know, here's the deal. I just want to go on the air and make people laugh. I'm not. Why am I becoming...
How's that so scary?
Yeah.
Just want to act goofy.
Right.
It's a stupid show.
This is forcing me to read the paper and get involved. I don't want to be involved. I didn't ask for any of this. I want to be goofy.
Right. Want to do fart jokes.
Yeah. I want to fart. I want to queef. I was lining up something yesterday that is so great. There's a girl who wants to come in here naked and play the ukulele.
Uh-huh.
I said, gee, why don't I try to put together a band? I'm going to bring in a queefer, see if I can't put something together, and see if I can't create some great radio here. And I said, gee, you know, in this climate where I have to worry about politics, I hope I can squeeze them in.
In the Viper Pit.
Right. And wherever I go, people stop. What's going on? What's going on? I can't stop and tell everybody what's going on.
I had a guy ask me yesterday, are you guys going to get back on the air soon? I'm like, we're not off the air here.
I know. They don't even know.
I know. They think we're gone.
Turn on the radio. And listen, we don't know what's going on. I mean, I do know what's going on. I see the whole thing, what's going on, but we don't know what's going on specifically with Clear Channel. Clear Channel. Man, you see now how dangerous it is? All these big companies owning a million radio stations.
I always said, you know, it gets crazy when you got one or two people owning everything.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, you're on the air.
Hey, now.
Hey, now.
Yo, on a lighter note, excellent E-show last night, man.
Yeah, by the way, I hope people got the word that the Jeff the Drunk chained to the chick show, I think it goes on for 4 nights.
Yeah, it's a whole
man, it was so funny.
I haven't even seen it yet. I just want to applaud the whole E-crew and Robin Radzinski, who went through millions of hours of tape, like a reality show, to put together this incredible, you know, Jeff Currow chained to this chick show.
Stuck on You.
Stuck on You show.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's 3 nights on E, so it was last night, tonight, and tomorrow night. So check it out.
That guy.
Yeah, he's a pisser, isn't he?
You know, what she did was worth more than 20 grand, I'll tell you.
Yep.
She went through hell. And that was only the first night.
I know, wait. Oh, yeah. It gets worse.
It's worse and worse.
Did he go to the bathroom yet?
Yeah, he went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
They showed the coming attractions for tomorrow when he fell in the street.
Right, because I was going to say, he hasn't fallen in the street yet.
He's yelling.
That's the best part of the show, because he falls in the street, and then he's mad at E because they don't pick him up, because it's like a reality show we're taping.
Right, the people running the cameras can't get involved.
And cars are almost running over his head.
Come on, Isaac.
Poor girl.
Come on. What are you doing? Help me up. I just slipped. It's not a big deal. Come on, Isaac. You guys are like Satan.
Yeah.
And you remember, Isaac broke down during the whole...
She's got to be the most awful human being on the planet. Thank you. Someone give her a job.
There's no reason for her.
Do something real with your life.
Do something for somebody.
Get a website. Talk about when TV shows go bad. Do something important.
Yeah.
Jump the shark.
At least it doesn't hurt anybody.
I want to know where all these councils and organizations come from. You know, every time there's a...
It's people down south who have a computer. There's about 10 of them. They own a computer. I was going to tell him,
you look into that. Don't just sit there and ask the question.
Yeah, they own a computer, and they sit there and they make a letterhead.
But there's always a new one. There's always,
yes.
It's amazing.
Anything with the word parent in it gets everyone's attention. Parent-teacher.
Right. Let me see how many members there are in that organization.
4.
It is Super Tuesday. I think something like 10 states will be determining who they want for the Democratic nominee for president today. And they say that John Edwards is hoping to win at least one. If he can't pull one off, it might be time for him to
bow out.
Take himself out of the race. John Kerry is expected to do very well today, and he told a crowd at the Bush administration that the Bush administration has distanced itself from the values most Americans hold highest.
I agree.
D1.
I happen to agree.
I don't think the priorities of this country have ever been clearer. And I don't think we've ever seen a government more distanced from those priorities less caring about the real lives of the American people.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is time for John Edwards to step aside because John Edwards and John Kerry both had to write a piece yesterday in the New York Times about why something defining in their lives. John Kerry wrote this beautiful thing about being in Vietnam and then first realizing when he got back from Vietnam that one of his friends was dead and how he had to go protest the war even though he took part in it. And John Edwards' piece was about the first time he went in front of a jury and he was suing. They offered him a $75,000 or $750,000 settlement, and he got the guy $3.5 million. And I'm like,
that wasn't the piece you should have written.
Yeah,
John.
I mean, that's the big defining moment in his life.
Come on, you got to have something more important in your life than that.
Yeah, I wanted to say, how much of that $3.5 million did you get?
I mean, you know he's a multimillionaire.
Yeah. And who was he suing? A company that made a drug that helped alcoholics stop being alcoholics. If you take the drug and you do it with alcohol, it makes you sick.
Right.
So the doctor evidently prescribed too much of the drug, and the guy went into a coma. Because that's an exact science. How about not drinking on your own?
And not needing a drug to make you stop.
John Edwards, President of the United States.
Oh, well.
A trial lawyer.
I mean, he does have he has an interesting story. The unfortunate part of the story is he grew up to be
a lawyer,
an ambulance chief.
Yeah, I mean, more or less. I can't stomach some of these ambulance chasers, and I can't imagine him being the president.
So
let's go with Kerry.
Story.
I might end up voting for Ralph Nader, actually. Tell you the truth, I want to hear what he's got to say, because I don't see Kerry jumping on
There's a question as to whether Ralph Nader has the time to get on every ballot in all 50 states.
I'm thinking of running, but I don't know if I have the time to get on the ballot.
Well, you're starting even later than him.
Yeah. I mean, my organization...
You pulled nothing together yet.
Yeah, we haven't even started a website.
I think you can make it time.
Where I can raise funds.
You can
make it. What I like. I want to raise funds.
You just want to be a fundraiser.
Yeah, Howard Dean had like 24 mil.
We could raise a lot of money.
Well, they say that Howard Dean is now hoping that some of his supporters will now help him pay off the debt. He's still overspent.
I want to run for president, start a website, get like $24 million, and buy like a really expensive house in the Hamptons with it. Make my campaign headquarters. Yeah, I'm being honest about it. That's what I want to do.
A compound.
A compound where I can hole up and think up great ideas for the country.
The think tank is in the compound.
What is President Stern doing?
He's thinking.
Meanwhile, we still have this problem called Haiti.
Yeah, Beetlejuice doesn't want to be president.
No, he doesn't.
No one does.
No one does. Once again, the people were jubilant in Haiti. They're jubilant about every 3 or 4 years when they throw over another government.
Right.
None of these governments have seemed to work, so they have to keep throwing them over. And the only happy day is the day the last government ended.
Right.
Hey. So now the deposed president, the president who was flown out of the country, this
Aristide?
Bertrand Aristide, whatever his name is, he is now saying that the U.S. Army threw him out of the country.
Yeah, it's so horrible. We took him out of a country where they wanted to kill him. Gee, we're such a terrible country.
He's calling everybody he knows and saying he was kidnapped.
Next time someone wants to kill you, really blame the person who gets you away from it.
Here's Representative Charles Rangel of New York, who says Aristide is claiming that his resignation was not by choice.
He wanted to make it abundantly clear that the so-called...
That can't be the right speed, could it?
...resignation was dictated to him over the phone by representatives from the United States Embassy.
The guy said he wanted to stay in power long enough to legalize gay marriages.
And Representative Maxine Waters also got a call. They got very busy on the phones, him and his wife. She actually talked to his wife, Mildred, D4.
And she said to me, the coup d'etat has been completed. And I said, Mildred, are you all right? I'm so worried about you and the president. And she said, we're fine, but they did it.
Haiti is a horrible place. It is, even when there isn't rioting and looting and bloodshed in the streets like there is now, it's just a cesspool of freaking disease and poverty and a lack of sanitation and voodoo. Not to mention voodoo. And God knows what other religions.
That's the one thing they learn.
It's a nightmare over there.
Voodoo.
Why do you think people are rioting? And this guy's pissed we rescued him. His head would be... His whole freaking head would be on a stick right now at the like at the end of Lord of the Flies, like Piggy.
I think what he's saying is the United States government should have come in there to prop up his government instead of removing him safely.
Yeah. Whatever.
Sorry to save you from voodoo.
Yeah. They're going to put a voodoo hex on you, you maniac.
Get with it.
Surprised Jesse Jackson. I think Jesse Jackson's going to get involved.
Good. They were saying that...
he wants to make sure the guy's rights weren't violated.
Al Sharpton wanted to go down there and negotiate. I was like, go ahead.
Go ahead, man. Don't come back anytime soon. But I'll tell you something. Anytime a black person has a beef, Jesse Jackson is right there. He is like a superhero. He's a black superhero. If you're black, he will swoop in and defend you no matter what.
No matter what you do.
Doesn't matter. He's like, I'm black man.
I am black man.
I am black man. Hear me roar.
I fight crime and I rhyme.
Yeah. How come Jesse Jackson... I wish I was black. Maybe he would come to my defense.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
It's a shame you're not black.
I am black.
Howard Stern is black.
Howard Stern is black. I've just been contacted by him. Turns out there is blackness in him. Free speech is a good issue for him. Why doesn't he get on my side? He could shut everyone up.
He's only caring about his free speech.
Then we could put pressure on Clear Channel to sell me a few stations. Give me some.
Could you go darken up?
Boy, if he really wanted to stand by someone's side, it'd be Howard Stern. We'd be like the new Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours. Howard Stern and Jesse Jackson on the loose.
I'm telling you to go cork your skin.
Yeah. That'll go over big.
So Jesse can defend you.
Yeah, who cares? Anything else in the news?
Yes, a woman named Carolina Booyah.
Booyah!
Oh, Booyah!
Booyah!
Is with us today. Martha Stewart, her trial is coming to a close. The prosecutors delivered a very solid closing argument, according to Miss Booyah.
Booyah!
Excuse me? She's from court, Celebrity Justice, actually, D3.
All right, here we go.
The prosecution was wonderful. They were meticulous. They connected the dots step by step. And aside from Douglas Manuel, they provided numerous evidence.
I hate chicks who talk a lot. I really do. Just shut up. You have to talk so much. Just look hot.
You talk so
concise.
much.
Yeah. 3 words or less.
With emails, messages, phone logs, and they gave at least 7 different reasons of why the $60 story, according to them, is a lie.
Quiet down.
Let's try this, honey. 3 words. I made dinner.
Yeah, start with that.
I made dinner.
Yeah, good luck getting anyone to say that.
We gotta get that in this day and age.
Yeah.
Nobody cooks.
Everyone's a princess.
I finished vacuuming.
3 words. You see how well Artie can be a chick?
Let's have sex.
We got to take a break. We'll finish the news for you when we get back. John Hein from Jump the Shark is here. He's having a good time, I can see. And we'll be back right after these words.
I'm the only who is essentially a dealer in pornography. Howard Stern.
This me? Oh, it's Robin.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, it's my turn?
John Hein from JumpTheShark.com and the paperback edition of Jump the Shark. It's a cottage industry. Time for Robin's News.
I love you. I love you, Bambina.
All right, let's go, Rob.
Arnold Schwarzenegger putting his ref on the line today out in California. People will be able to vote on Proposition 57 and Proposition 58 out there, both of which Arnold says he needs in order to make California's state government run properly. Here is Michael Lehman, who's an economics professor at the University of San Francisco, to explain Prop 57.
All right, give me a number.
E1.
All right.
By consolidating the old debts, what that means is those debts won't then come due and become a drain on the immediate budget of the...
I love it.
So boring.
What it'll do is authorize the government to issue $15 billion in bonds to consolidate the old debt.
So shut up and vote for it.
Proposition 58 would include a constitutional amendment calling for a balanced budget. So if those are voted down, they say that would be a blow to Arnold's reputation as a politician. He has gone straight to the people with these measures.
He doesn't need a blow.
At the Jason Williams trial, the Harlem Globetrotters are expected to take the stand today.
Oh, that'll be fun. I love them.
Do you think they'll do that thing where they flip the ball behind their back?
Yeah, there'll be a lot of ball movement.
Steal the judge's gavel.
You think Curly Joe will do something?
Meadowlark.
We picked up the gun, Your Honor, and we flipped it behind our back and then put it between our legs. And then we passed it off to the other guys.
They'll do the bucket of confetti with the jury.
Two of the Harlem Globetrotters were former teammates of Williams when he was a New Jersey Net, and they were at the home the night the limo driver 𝗦𝗵cie was killed.
They're going to grab the judge's toupee, lift it up, and then throw a basketball underneath it.
Why, you?
We'll have to see how that goes in court. At the Academy Awards last night, backstage, Tim Robbins, one of the winners, had these comments on the election year. A1.
Yeah, how come he wasn't mouthing off?
All I can say is you just, register to vote, get involved in the process.
Oh, he's already talking about
We know that.
That was the problem. That was the problem with the Oscars, I thought. You had Tim Robbins, Sean Penn. You expected some great stuff.
But they make all these guys scared to open their mouth.
Right,
make sure other people vote.
Sean Penn could have badmouthed me right there at the Oscars.
And I do think that someone has to ensure that the elections are fair.
He was also asked, since the censors were in place, were there other things he wanted to say?
Oh, I would have said it up there if I was. I'm not scared of delays. Come on.
Ooh, he's so brave.
I mean, spontaneity is part of what the whole deal is, and I actually didn't even know what I was going to say when I went up there, and that just occurred to me to be the thing to say at that moment.
Brilliant.
And here he is on living in a free society.
If you're going to live in a free society and you're going to have freedom of speech, sometimes what other people say is going to make you...
Notice they're all talking about what just went down with me, but they won't say it.
Right.
They won't say it.
They won't actually say, I support Howard Stern.
No. Well, that's why I hate them all.
Comfortable on both sides of the coin. So if you have to live with it. That's part of what it is to live in a free society. You have to be uncomfortable at times.
Here's Billy Crystal, where he's singing his version of Old Man River while describing Lost in Translation.
No, I'm not listening to that. Turn it off.
Mystic river, that mystic river, as dark and murky as Mom's chopped liver. Mystic river, it just keeps rolling along.
What is funny about that? Someone explain to me what's funny about a guy going, Mystic River, it just keeps rolling along. That's not even a good song part. It just keeps rolling along. It's part of the original song. Say something witty about Mystic River. Get out of here with that. Somebody wrote that crap for me. I throw him out the door.
The other thing, he had how long to prepare for this telecast?
Months and months.
I mean,
months, years. He had 4 years to prepare. Hello, Fred.
Sofia Coppola on her early interests as a budding filmmaker. B1.
This chick needs some YJ Stinger. She looks like she's got no energy. I mean, she really looks like there's something painfully upsetting her.
My friends and I made, movies with the video camera when I was...
Like, she looks like she's ready to drop dead. She's like Morticia.
Like, it's like movie making is the worst industry you could be in.
Like 12, and it's because I always liked it, and we always spent time on my dad's film sets, but I didn't really think about doing it myself until I was in college. I made a short film, and that's when I...
Wow. She just seems seriously bummed out.
Bummer. I thought that movie was like the classic college film. Like, I'm a college student, and here's my
student film.
Deep movie, and
once we no one went to see it.
Here's Sean Penn on how he feels about winning the Best Actor Oscar.
I always find it best to look at your work as everything that happens between the time you wake up in the morning and go to bed at night. And
he can never just accept an award. He's always got some feelings or some dumb thing like we all are good actors, and just shut up. You won. You're the best. Okay? Stupid ass.
So it's for me a sort of continuity, a kind of flow. I don't
really like to limit it to
that old Sean Penn, that old Sean Penn. He don't accept nothing without making a big fuss. It just keeps talking about nothing. Say thank you and go home. That old Sean Penn.
Definitions of profession.
He didn't even know what he said.
Or the celebrations of this. It's just, it's all one thing, and it'll either go on or I'll die in an eternal darkness at some point. In the meantime,
what is he talking about? I defy you to translate what this guy's saying.
What are you saying?
That's Klingon he's talking.
I can't help you there.
Anything else, Robin?
And Peter Jackson, how he feels about his movie having won 11 Oscars.
Well, I'm feeling absolute disbelief because you can hope that you're going to win something.
That guy looks like he's going to explode.
You can't even tie his tie.
I was going to say, why did he bother to try to get into a suit?
I don't care how many awards they give him. He ain't banging anybody hot. No chick's going to put up with that. Is she hot?
No.
Can't be.
There's a suite that Lord of the Rings had tonight. I just absolutely overwhelmed and stunned by, and
that's why I spilled all this gravy on me.
All right, anything else, Robin?
Lindsay Lohan. She has a movie in theaters now called Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Yeah, I'm a fan of hers.
Here she talks about acting, singing, and dancing in film, and which one she thinks is more challenging. C1.
I think that acting is more of a challenge, because I think when I'm singing and dancing...
Can't wait till she's of age and I can go to bed with her so I can hear her talk in person.
I think it's kind of like me, Lindsay, singing and dancing, because I'm kind of...
We know you were Lindsay.
Dancing and singing my whole life, as well as acting, but...
That old Lindsay Lohan, she don't say nothing. She just keeps talking. She's so boring. I want to kill myself.
I like her movie where she plays twins.
Oh, do you?
It is called Parent Trap. It was a remake. And I've watched it 18 times with my kids.
Well, here she is on if she can watch her own performances. C2.
It's too painful.
It's hard for me to watch myself. I'm very critical of myself.
Man, I had no problem watching myself. When I made my movie, I watched it every day almost. I said, man, I'm good.
I'm really mean to myself. I really am. I don't like how
look at those scripts you're doing.
I don't like how my hair looked. Why did I say that like that? You know, it's difficult when you're watching yourself. It's not something I do when
I wish she'd be naked in Dirty Beaver magazine.
Oh, stop it. She's still a child, isn't she?
When she becomes of age. You didn't let me finish the sentence. Go ahead, Rob.
Carmen Electra is in this new Starsky and Hutch movie. Here she is on being in a movie with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Are those two guys the most unfunny or what? At the Academy Awards. What were they do? He always actually...
They're like a couple.
I love every movie that they've ever done, so I'm probably one of the biggest fans of
Name
them. And
yeah, I would have said, okay, name two of the films.
So, I was nervous, walking in and seeing them during the audition was really scary. And even on the set, I just couldn't believe it. Wow, I'm doing a movie with, Ben
those two trolls haven't hit on me yet. That's what you couldn't believe.
What did you think of Ben Stiller walking out as Starsky at the Academy Awards?
It was incredibly risky, and I have to say, the chances, the edgy chances this man takes in his career are inspiring to me.
And here Carmen talks about her and her husband's decision to do Till Death Do Us Part.
Dave and I, we really talked about it and took our time in making the decision to do the show, and we thought, you know what, this has been the best 3 years of my life, spending them with him and getting married and this whole experience. I wouldn't regret it if we...
Nothing worse than hearing a Hunter talk about how happy she is married.
And finally this morning, a 76-year-old game show producer has sued Dick Clark, alleging that Clark called him a dinosaur and refused to hire him because of his age.
You dick.
Ralph Andrews, who produced the 1960s and 70s game show It Takes Two by the Numbers and You Don't Say, filed a suit in Superior Court.
Well, it's 10:42. I got to be going.
I just think it's interesting that a 76-year-old and a 74-year-old are arguing about age discrimination.
Yeah,
what the dealio?
So that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. And thank you, John Hine from JumpTheShark.com. And Jump the Shark paperback edition available in stores now. Who else was here today? Oh, Jeff Levy, the vomit guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Beetlejuice from JollyDwarf.com. And that nice girl who vomited on Jeff Levy. I don't remember her plug, but she's a bartender somewhere.
Yeah, she just gave the name.
The Village Idiot. That's who she's a bartender.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Nice girl. All right, we got to go, and we'll see you tomorrow. There's much more happening tomorrow. Goodbye.
95X.
Oy vey.